Makes you wonder what fate has in store for such a power couple, don't it? Don't it? Sheesh, you're probably frothing at the mouth, man. Apparently it's not so credible, so all this excitement will probably die down before long. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you are, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be continuing our journey through trails through Daybreak. This morning we are currently in the intermission stuff, which, I mean, all this stuff should be in the title of the video, so that should tell you enough as to where it is. Now, if you missed the last stream I did where we were playing this, we got started in the intermission, then you'll want to go back and check that out, see some of the 4 SPGs that we did. What I'm going to do now is we're going to go through some of the connection events, save scum just a little bit so we can see them all, and then we'll progress through there and see what the intermission holds for us. So let's get going. As always, if you like this video, make sure you like the button, hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you want more Trails content, all the usual rigmarole stuff. Let's get started. We're doing this test in the outskirts of the city? I guess it involves the wireless boosters and extenders that are being set up along the way in the highway then. You really don't let any technology news pass you by, do you? I just happened to catch a rumor about it. The test is for a new cutting-edge feature for Orbital cameras. It's called cloud storage. Lets one upload data directly to the Orbital network using those wireless boosters and extenders. If it works properly, I'll be able to capture and save more photos and videos while I'm out in the field. And my copy there also makes it less likely for the data to be lost or damaged, supposedly. Huh. Technology sure is advancing fast these days. The tech's still in development though. A small portion is being tested by the military. But I do expect the feature to hit the market eventually. How'd you get your hands on it? You testing them for Marduk or something? Nah, I got it through Kitty. Ah, yeah. That makes sense. Met her through that case with that rich kid last year, right? Yeah, we swap info every now and then. It's funny to think about how many shared acquaintances we have now. Fate works in weird ways. You can say that again. Stop the car here. This your first test spot? That's right. Won't be long. Works like a dream. Transfer speed isn't half bad either. Do you mind driving me to the next spot? Sure thing. You met her shortly after our first encounter, right? Huh? Kitty. Oh, yeah. Feels like it's been ages since then. 5 years ago, I helped her shake off an insane person, and then I got her into Crossbow, where she took refuge for a while. Sounds like she was going through a difficult time. That ain't the half of it. At that point, she had given up on a lot in her life, and she was also really aggressive. Funny. It's exactly how I would describe you from back then. You used to be constantly at my throat, remember? Huh. Yeah, I guess I was. Not to make excuses, but I was young and dumb. I only just started out as a Spriggan, so I had no idea what the hell I was doing. And yet even so, I couldn't help but be drawn to you. Your latent potential was clear as day. Wish your assistants could have seen what you were like at that time. That makes one of us. The sooner everyone can forget that period of my life, the better. I'll never forget how you were always looking out for me, despite how much of a walking hazard I was to myself and everyone around me. Still remember the first piece of advice you gave me.
Think about what you can do and what you want to do. You'll find a clue in how to move forward in the gap between the two.
I only vaguely recall saying that, to be honest. Those words helped me out a bunch of times. Is that so? Oh, pull over here. This is the second spot. We're a good bit away from the city, but the signal's still decent. Transfer speed is a tad slower, but I can deal with it. Did you take me to the next spot? Here you've hired yet another assistant. The number of people in your employ is growing fast. A little too fast if you ask me. At least I don't have to do paperwork anymore. Merced's sparing me that headache. Well, regardless, you've been surrounding yourself with some interesting people. Especially the blonde-haired one. She's an Aramis student like Kitty, right? If my instincts are right, she... Let's not play detective with her. Everyone's got their secrets, right? True enough. Suppose you and I also have things we don't want to share with each other. Yep, we both got sides that we'd rather keep hidden. The only person who can face that part of yourself is you. Couldn't have put it better myself. Here we are. This is the final spot. Reach the Memorial Park. Upon confirming there were no data transfer problems with the orbital network, they made their way back to Edith. I'm honestly impressed. I thought the connection would have been more spotty given how far we were from the city. Guess we can call this test a success. Yeah, thanks for the help, Van. Now I can... Yeah, no problem. Always happy to lend a hand. The cloud storage thing still sounds crazy to me. Technology's come a long way in the last decade. And this is true. You've seen that firsthand in Basel and while working with Marduk. It's all a result of generations of people building on the achievements of those who came before them. Is that kind of thinking why you always look out for Marielle? Trying to help the next generation? Perhaps. Might be why I did the same for you 5 years ago. Just can't bring myself to turn a blind eye to someone in need, even if I honestly don't know if I have the right to be helping anyone. Especially after all the pain I caused with my poor judgment in my younger years. Dingo. I've just got one thing to say to that. You've taught me a lot over these past 5 years. I'm sure Marielle's absorbing a fair bit from you too. Knowledge she gains from you will definitely help her as she follows her own path through life. Just help me with mine. I'm not gonna let anyone dismiss everything you've done for us, and that includes you. Besides, if you're saying you've got poor judgment, where does that leave us? Fair point. Didn't mean to slight you or her. Forget I said anything. That wasn't like me. Still. No. He's a grown man now. Not my place to tell him that. Sure, the influence of those around him will lead him to realize the truth on his own. You're being awfully quiet all of a sudden. Oh, I was just thinking about how much you've grown these past 5 years. You're still pretty immature back then. Can we not talk about this?
And once things calm down, let's grab some drinks at Bermati's. My treat.
It's pretty cool. It's nice to kind of like get a little more info about Dingo. Just like their connections and things of that nature. They seem like a really cool, like they just seem like really good friends. All right, on to the next one. So we're gonna hang out with Sarah and Shahina. Hey there, you're both looking well. Same to you. It's good to see you again. She means that, by the way. She's been really desperate to meet up with you. Shahina. Oh yeah. I hear you've been asked to perform in Tryon Tower. You two are really moving up in the world, ain't you? I suppose. Tourism Association here in Edith contacted our agency and requested we put on a show here. Sounds like our performance on the Carnal Cavalcade made an impression on them. And I bet they were also blown away by the show we did with Arkansas and Crossbell. Speaking of which, I want to hear about how that went. First, we gotta wait for the others to show. We got the whole gang here. What's up, you two? It's difficult to believe only a month has passed since we last met. Oh, hey everyone. Y'all came to see us? Well, this is a pleasant surprise. I don't believe we've met. We haven't. Well, everyone's told me quite a bit about you. My name is... Himself and the whole group celebrated their reunion. After that, they all made their way to Old Town. Just dancing in Edith? I gotta say, these two have actually been a pretty... I thought they wouldn't really be that interesting of characters, but as Ferry said, they're pretty amazing. They're pretty cool characters, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of glad that they're in the game. They clearly honed their dance routine. I know they just wanted somewhere to practice before the big event, but I feel kind of rude not tipping them for such a good performance. And, of course, something like a good bath after dancing. I like this place. It's different from the hammam we have back home, but in a good way. Right? It's our favorite place around here. Oh, and before I forget, I brought you all some shea butter from Shea Butter. Words are hard. Man, chicks love chatting. They're not getting out of there anytime soon, huh? It's fine. Let them catch up. I'll grab some sherbet and kill some time with almost said Catra, since he's waiting outside. So happy for you guys. I'm so glad your performance with Arkansas went great. Yes, we received your letter about it right after the show concluded. Hope you guys didn't mind. We were both so jazzed up about it, I had to tell someone while it was all fresh. I mean, how often do a couple of street dancers like us get to be directed by the fervent dancer Ilya Platier herself? Not that we were intimidated by them or anything. They might be famous, but we kept up with them and their routine just fine. You never get tired of telling everyone all that, do you? That's all you've talked about ever since we got home. Honestly, I don't actually remember the performance much. All I remember is the exhilaration once it was all over. It's kind of like I was in a trance. We know what that's like. We played Reverie. We know how that goes. Yeah, I totally get what you're talking about. When you get so absorbed in a performance, everything else vanishes. You call it a dancer's high. It sounds like it was really stimulating and beautiful. Fruitful, same thing overall. Absolutely. I wish we could watch you two up on stage now that you've improved so much. Fortunately, it doesn't look like our schedules are going to line up to see your show today. I'm really sorry. Speaking of which, how are we doing on time? You still got your rehearsal, don't you? You sure it's okay for you to just be hanging around with us? It's fine. I double-checked everything earlier, so we should still be on time. I'm the one managing our schedule this time, so we've got nothing to... Oh no. Shahina, what's the matter? We got a problem. I totally screwed up our schedule. We only got a half hour before the rehearsal starts. What? That's not good. I'm so sorry, Zara. Please don't be mad. It's okay. Time flies when you're with friends. Should have been on top of things, too. We should get going. Gotta get to the venue soon. Alright, let's go. I'll bring the truck around. You don't have to, Vane. It's okay. It'll be faster that way. Knowing the timetables and how long it'll take to get there on foot, you won't make it in time by taking the subway. That is indeed correct, but if you allow Mr. Arkride to drive you, you'll arrive with even a few moments to spare as long as you take the highway. You should go. I'll keep him informed on the current traffic conditions while he's on the road. What they said. Just go ahead and get your things together. I'll be back in a flash. Alright, thanks a ton, Van. So sorry I had to take off like this, you guys. It's okay. We'll see you two again soon. Van's a great driver. He'll make sure you make it in time. Good luck, you two. Thanks, Agnes. We owe you all one. Made a beeline for the highway. Unfortunately... Uh-oh. Oh, no. Traffic at a time like this? Take the shortest route, too. It would appear that construction in the area is the cause. Not to mention the accident on the expressway. Real bad timing there. This is awful. It's too early to give up. Are you guys prepared to make it no matter what? Yeah, even though we really messed up. We'll do anything to perform our dance for the capital. Then hold on tight. I'm gonna use a back street. It's gonna use some nitrous. Engage the turbocharger. An underground railroad? Are we even allowed to be here? Yeah, maybe not, but it's not like anyone else uses it anymore. I know of an exit near Tryon Tower. Buckle up, because I'm about to let her rip. Whoa, there's another car down here? There's a couple of hotties in the back. Hell yeah, that thing's got some awesome parts on it. This is our lucky day. There's another car on our tail. Must be some scumbags from the Blacklight District. Well, they ain't gonna catch me. Make them eat our dust. They're really gonna try and take... Okay, I guess not. I'd say, like, Van's pretty protective of his truck. You don't want to mess with that. Alright, 5 minutes till your show starts. I think we're gonna make it in time. Y'all okay back there? I feel like I was in a car chase scene in a movie. My heart's still pounding like crazy. You ever thanks, Van? Had it not been for you, we would have surely been late. We're in your debt once again. Hey, I'm just doing what any of your other fans would do if they were in my place. Anyway, I'm impressed you could handle my crazy driving and laugh about it afterwards. You two were made of sterner stuff. I mean, I won't deny it was a little scary. We had faith that you would keep us out of harm's way. We'll invite you to one of our performances in the future as thanks. Hope you'll be able to come. Yeah, please do. Looking forward to it already. Ask the others if they'd like to tag along too. Alrighty, we're almost there now. Good luck, you two. Van was able to see the two sisters safely to Tryon Tower. Listen to the performance on the radio, which seemed to be a roaring success.
I just know you and my sis would go great together.
Shahina, you're going to make Van feel awkward.
Dancing Veil. Okay, that's probably pretty cool. Alright, there we go. That was cool. Those two characters are really great. I'm glad that they're in the game. That was a fun little connection event. Alright, on to the next one. Getting them like phone accessories, or what are we doing? Your purchases fit perfectly within your budget. Perfect. Man, having an expert on board really comes in handy when you're out shopping. Thanks, man. Got some nice deals on high-quality equipment there. Don't mention it. As long as I'm working out of your office, the stability of its orbital network access is really important to me. I was happy to help. If anything, I was surprised by how accommodating you were to everything I asked for. Well, Reset's the software specialist, you're the hardware specialist. I obviously don't have bottomless pockets, so I can't accommodate for everything, but I trust your judgment on this. What's up? It's just... you're much different than you would be expected from someone running a shady business like yours. You barely know me. Taking that into account, I wouldn't expect you to extend such freedom and trust to me. Hey, you're the expert here. I'm not gonna butt in when I'm aware you know better than I do. Arkride Solutions keeps growing and growing. Y'all have your unique skills, and I'm not about to go wasting them. So why not take advantage of my employees' knowledge then? I'm inclined to agree when you put it that way. Okay then, let's haul this stuff back to the office. Trust you can handle the installation? Of course. Orbital anomaly detected in the vicinity. I wonder if something happened. The TV? Wonder if it's lost power. No, there's some digital noise still present, so it can't be that. It must be a hardware failure. I'm going to go and speak to the person in charge. Understood. Hold up. Just perplexed and agreed to let him handle repairing the screen. Theo, I need a full scan of the building structure and wiring. Zeros, I need you to sniff out any signs of orbital leaks and burn-in. Understood. Commencing scan. Ruff. What are these things? You really couldn't stop yourself from butting in on this one, could you? Excuse me? Butting in? This is about someone who clearly needs assistance, someone I can help. Grant's always said that the ultimate goal of technology and science should be helping people. So if I have the ability to be of assistance, then I will do everything in my power to help them. I guess no one's gonna fault Professor Hamilton for dreaming big. But you gotta cool it. You're one of the 3 disciples. Those are some big shoes you're not gonna be able to fill. There ain't enough hours in the day to solve every problem you come across. So that's one of your principles as a Spriggan, is it? Not a principle. Call it life experience. Analysis complete, Katra. Sending data. Thanks, you two. If you're so pressed for time, Van, then you're more than free to leave. I can handle the rest myself. Teenagers. So about investigating the cause of the malfunction, they searched top to bottom and floor to wall to find the supposed faulty wiring. Well, I'm at a loss. This is more difficult than I anticipated. So certain this was a case of cable thermal degradation. Is I wrong? Does it cause something else? You're overthinking this, bud. If you don't intend to offer any actionable solutions, then kindly shut it. Dang, aren't we snippy? Fine, I'll help. Theo scanner is shard-based, yeah? Tell him to do an ultrasound and infrared scan of the area. What? Why? Just give it a try. If I'm right, problem solved. If I'm wrong, you get to launch a snark attack. It's a win-win. Source of the problem has been identified. Are you for real? Shard search function coming in clutch. Tech's still in its infancy, though. There's been a few cases where it couldn't detect a degraded circuit. It came up during one of Marduk's tests a while back, but it looks like luck's on our side today. You got any replacement parts for him? Theo? Commencing search for compatible components. The screen was successfully repaired and Station Street was restored to its usual lively form. We literally can't catch a break. Finally get some free time and then work gobbles it up. My prior assessment was on point, it seems. You really are a strange person. One second you're heckling from the sidelines, the next you're giving me a hand. Any boss worth their salt helps their employees when they're in a bind. What I did wasn't out of the ordinary. Plus we gotta set up the stuff we bought, so the sooner I can get you back, the better. Come on, let's go. We don't got all day. So have much to learn. There's more knowledge to be gained under his tutelage than I expected. Need to make the most of this opportunity. I want to have grown by leaps and bounds by the time I see Grant again. Van and Catcher returned to the office and installed the parts they purchased. And with the others and got back to work.
I'll have to whip up the Yankatine recipe I learned from Gran.
There we go. A CLM chain effect +5. Huh. That's cool. Nice little bonding moment between the two. It's kind of cool when you see a character like Catra, who's like pretty wicked smart on their own, realize, oh, there's actually a lot more to learn out there to begin with. So, not saying that Catra's really arrogant, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just a nice little, nice little thing. All right, let's go hang out with Aaron. We're gonna do Yumi's disappointment. I should have a talk with her in the office. Okay. Come on, Yumes. Cheer up already. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm not mad. I was just really looking forward to it. Night before the previous work trip. Van, are you going on another work trip? Yep, got some stuff in a city called Basel. Okay, you better behave for Agnes and Fairy, alright? Alright, I will. You be a good girl while I'm gone, okay? If you behave, I'll bring you back some snacks. Yay, you promise me? If you do, I promise I'll be a good girl. Yep, it's a promise, Humes. Oh, did he forget the snacks? It completely slipped my mind with everything that happened back in Basel. I feel awful. It's okay. You must have been really busy. I don't mind, and I can always ask Grandpa for snacks. Nope, she totally minds. If she goes back looking like that, Victor's gonna skin me alive. Looks like you're getting sent to the doghouse. Aaron, why are you here? It's rude to listen in on people, you know. Yeah, you just need some snacks that are a little different, right? Hold on a sec, I've got just the thing. Wow, Aaron, you can cook? You gotta learn when you live alone for so long. I don't think I'm as good as your grandpa, but I'm not too shabby either. What you gonna make? Oh, you'll see. Ooh, that looks yummy. These are Montau, right? Maybe it's Montu? I don't know. Words are hard. Kinda. Similar, but not the same. Here you go, kiddo. Have a bite. It's so sweet. I love it. What's the matter? Sweet tooth aching for a bite? I mean, yeah, I'm a little interested. Not like I'm dying to have one or anything, though. Call it academic curiosity. So I'm a professional sweets connoisseur and everything. Alright, just shut up and try one. Your excuses are embarrassing. Don't mind if I do. I feel like Van's the kind of person, though, who, like, when he's about to dig in, he'd be like, ooh, don't mind if I do. You know, like, he wiggles his fingers, you know? Such subtle sweetness inside this round package. The buttery smooth texture from the filling reminds me of a red bean paste. And is that an egg? It's sweetest at the center. It also has the slightest hint of sourness to balance it out, too. So many flavors all compacted together. It's sublime. Eating this warms my very soul. I knew letting you have one was a bad idea. It's so sweet and smooth and yummy. Dough's kneaded with honey, and the eggs got their seasoning before getting mixed in. Filling's hawthorn mixed with crystal sugar. Gives it some nice variety, both in texture and sweetness. That's what gives it the nice acidity. I almost thought it said audacity. Look at you, hiding these secret cooking talents behind the punk facade. I don't get what you guys are talking about, but you're amazing, Aaron. Hell yeah, I am. That's all you need to know about me. Hey, can I share them with Mommy and Grandpa? I want them to try too. Sure, there's plenty to go around. Better eat them while they're still hot. Yeah, okay, I'll be back. Hoisted the plate of sweets up and took them off, beaming. Thanks for that, kid. You saved my hide. Dang straight I did. You owe me for that, Chief. Yeah, I know. You seriously caught me off guard. Didn't think you'd know your way around a kitchen. Well, I don't make sweet stuff all that often. Compared to how I was growing up, I like savory stuff better now. Where'd you pick this recipe up, then? My mom used to make these all the time. She was a theater actress just like me. They were a way of celebrating plays going well. I liked them a lot, when I was a kid at least. Huh. Guess acting runs in the family. You got it. She's pretty dang popular back in the day, too. Anybody who knew anything about theater knew who she was. But if they had the sort of technology that we do now, man, I'm telling you. She'd easily be up there with that Phoenix dancer chick from Arkride. You're really proud of your mom, huh? I mean, how can I not be? She raised my punk ass all by herself for Adios' sake. I didn't have a dad growing up. That was the only family I ever had. It's the reason I'm in the theater, you know? She died before I got any good at it. She teach you how to make those sweets? Bingo. She taught me right as I started getting into theater. I don't think you gotta worry about it. Worry about what? You said they were a way of celebrating her plays being a success, right? She obviously taught you because she was already sure you'd succeed as an actor. And you know what? I bet you anything she could already see you performing on stage absolutely killing it. Probably knew from the start that you'd make it. That's what I think anyway. Where the hell did that come from? Aaron, I've got a package for you. For me? What gives? I don't know. This lady on an orbital bike told me to give it to you. She said it was from Longport. She did? Hey, that's... Didn't you just make these? That's weird. There's a few letters, too. Figured you're probably getting lonely up in Edith right about now. So I tried to make these the way your mom's used to taste. Make us proud up there. Yours truly, Ashen. P.S. Try not to be a pain in the butt to Vane and everyone else there, okay? Hey, buddy. Ashen had me taste test these to make sure that they'll be up to snuff for you. Keep your chin up and don't stop for nothing. That's what Sei and Huang would want. Dang it, Ashen. Mind your own business. What the hell's Sid doing here, acting like he's doing me a favor just for playing taste tester? These guys, I swear. I think what they're trying to say is that you still got a family, even if you don't have any blood relatives left. Still really care about you. Yeah. Are you lonely, Aaron? Do you want to play with me? I promise you'll feel all better if you do. Sure, sport. Sounds like fun. What do I do with these, though? They're just going to end up getting wasted. Ask Anius and everyone else to come. Then we can eat them together. Sounds perfect. We'll make a whole party out of it. Don't get too carried away, kid. Don't want the neighbors getting mad. Did just as Yumi suggested and had the rest of the agency over for a tasty sweets party. Once the impromptu party wrapped up, Vane resumed his normal activities.
Yes, I owe you one. I'll introduce you to a nice place I just know you'll like, old man.
That was a really cool one. I like that one a lot. Cheeky adult strength plus 10. Yeah, that was a really good one. Get some backstory about Aaron. Also get to hang out with him a little bit. I wonder if we can go... Can we go see the movie?
Let's be on our way.
That Juniper, or did they just reuse the character models? First I was shocked by it, but the more I think about it, maybe it makes sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, totally, I hear you. Judith Lancer sure is famous getting people to talk about her as much as they do. I feel like I've been hearing her name come up on an awful lot the past couple of days. No, I wonder if something happened to her. What? Feeling a little concerned for her? I suppose so. It's hard not to worry when people are speculating about her so much. Are you a fan of hers, Anyas? I am, but that's not the only reason I'm concerned in this instance. Those two were discussing the contents of BuzzWriter, yes? I've seen that magazine on newsstands from time to time. Yeah, it's something of a rival to Meld, the place that Dingo works for. BuzzWriter's got more of a dicier rep by comparison. Gotta take their stories with a couple grains of salt and then some. It's always possible those guys managed to actually dig up some sort of scoop about Judith, for better or worse. If you guys are that curious, we can always buy a copy at the bookstore. You can consider another way to gather intel. You rely on even tabloids to gather your information? Is that really such a good idea? Don't get me wrong, about 90% of what they publish is crap, but it ain't smart to write off rags like that altogether either. I just want to know if something happened to her at the very least. Hopefully BuzzRaider can explain what. Let's go ahead and swing by the bookstore later to pick up a copy. Doesn't hurt to check it out. Okay, we'll go do that. Let's talk to the Officer Nancy here. Karen tries to act like she isn't bothered, but she is. It's written all over her face. Not that I mind if she is, I just wish she'd put it off to the side while we're supposed to be out patrolling. Anyway, you can be sure we'll be keeping a sharp eye out so no trouble slips past us on our watch. Can't have you guys hogging all the glory. I had a feeling people were in a weird frenzy this morning, but I didn't think the reason was because of some celebrity scandal. Part of me wants to write all that off as just some dumb noise, but between you and me, we do have some investigators in our ranks who are playboys. If someone on the force ended up on a tabloid, I'd probably take it a little more personally. We're talking about a colleague here after all. Are we talking about a colleague? Is that what we're doing? Okay, so these are the characters from the little cutscene we had. Judith Lancer and Maxim what's-his-name are an item now? For real? Talk about eerie. What the heck happened? Was she crying about losing the Best Actress award and then he pounced or something? Oh, that was a girl that was doing the voice for. Whatever. I don't know about that. I get you're shocked, but I wouldn't jump to conclusions if I were you. It was BuzzRaider who broke this story. They're a pretty nasty bunch. Every talent agency out there's blacklisted them for a reason. Not to mention this is pretty sensitive stuff we're talking about here. The line between a celebrity's private and public lives is hazy. Huh. You actually sound like you know what you're talking about for once, Peter. What gives? Did you eat something weird today? Oh, did you not know? Then again, Peter's not one to really bring this kind of thing up. Anyway, I know he doesn't look it, but his dad's the president of a talent agency. He's practically entertainment nobility. Did you knock it off about my looks? Sorry I'm not as hot as I'm supposed to be, I guess. Didn't mention it before because I'm not on the best of terms with my dad. I brought up that other stuff because I thought you two should know. No way, Peter? Does that mean we get to hang out with celebrities as much as you want? I don't want to talk about it. Think whatever you like. Poor Peter. Poor Peter Parker. Maxim did what to Judith Lancer? I knew people said he was a womanizer, but I thought he was still a good guy deep down. Guess not. What a bummer. It was just a bunch of haters trying to spread lies about him. Oh, probably not. I feel so let down. Wait, what did he do something after the camera went away? Can't be easy being famous. I couldn't say whether or not that article has any merit. However, what I can say is that when Judith visited our cafe some time ago, she was pleasant to serve, a perfectly normal woman. Fame certainly has a way of making a victim of one's own success. It's unfortunate when it means someone can't carry on a normal life, truly.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Let's grab one of these.
We await your next visit.
And do we know this character? Koala? No, I don't think so. I think it's Kala. It's probably Kala. Alright, let's go see a movie here. We'll go into the bookstore afterwards. And he's not clapping for once. Porco. Dude, are you feeling okay? Well, welcome to... Dang it. Choked on some popcorn and my throat still hurts. Sorry about that, but... You wouldn't choke after hearing about such a big scandal.
Alrighty.
Hey there. What'll it be?
I guess he sounds fine there.
See ya.
He's talking about the whole stuff with Judith. Alright, let's go check a movie real quick. There's a rumor going around about a particular actress that's caused quite the stir around the city. I don't really know much about the situation. We do sometimes greet the actress in question, but it's not as though we're acquainted with her. So I can't say whether it's true or not, we just don't know any of the facts.
Hello.
Okay. It's playing right now. What? Mishy In Boots? Yes. Who should we bring with us?
Thank you for your visit today.
To watch Mishy In Boots.
The showing on screen 1 will soon begin.
No, let's invite Reset. Oh, we can invite multiple people. Okay.
You have a ticket.
Reset. Probably Fairy, right? Fairy would probably like Mishy In Boots. Yeah, let's see what this one's about. Connor is a young boy born to a very poor family. After working themselves to the bone and saving money for their beloved son, his parents take him on a trip to Crossbell. It was there that they bought him a plushie of the Independent State's marvelous mascot, Mishy. Through some mysterious magic, the Mishy plushie gains a mind of its own, allowing it to speak with Connor. That's turning into a horror movie real quick. Mishy's sole dream is to wear clothing and live like a normal human being. However, in order to achieve his dream, he must first grant a human's wish. Connor, more than happy to be the wish-bearer, promises to get Mishy a full set of clothes. Overjoyed, Mishy grants his wish without a second thought. In return, Connor gives Mishy a shirt, a pair of pants, and some spare socks. Master gave Mishy a sock. Mishy is free! The last thing Mishy needed to become human was 2 long boots. But just as his dream was on the cusp of realization, Connor had a thought. A very selfish thought. It's kind of convenient to have Mishy around. Oh no, does he just not give him the boots?
It worked just like you said. I won the C1 car model from the sweepstakes. You're the best, Mishy.
What did I tell you, Connor? You're my bestest friend in the whole wide world. I'd do anything to see you smile. So, how about getting me those marvelous boots now, huh? Then I can become a real human. We can go on walks and dance till the sun goes down.
Shut up. Just keep your mouth shut and grant me more wishes.
Connor.
Sorry, buddy. I don't know if my monthly allowance can cover the cost of those boots. Just wait a little longer, okay? Here, let me get you some socks to hold you over.
Despicable.
So you're breaking your promise. I understand now. You're nothing more than a greedy piece of trash who's trying to get a wishy at the expense of Mishy.
This is a horror movie.
Gone, worthless human. I'd make a much better one than you.
Huh? Hey, what are you... Stop it! I thought we were the bestest for... Ah!
What the heck? Why does the stuff with Mishy always take a weird turn? What the heck? I don't get it. So is that Mishy some kind of stuffed animal that had mystical powers? It seemed like he was different from Theo and Zeros, but that's all I could understand. It's meant to have a certain kind of humor, but I guess it's not for everyone. Sorry, Fairy, I could have done better picking a movie you'd enjoy. Oh, I didn't hate it or anything like that. It's okay. I just hate not being able to understand what's going on. I'll have to watch it again to see if I can figure it out. Let's see it again together, Van. I want to try pushing myself. Sure, I'll take you, Fairy. I like your attitude. That's a very peculiar film, I think we can agree. I suppose one might argue that it's something of a morality tale. Well, it's perhaps rather overwhelming as a teaching tool for children. Definitely a weird film at the very least. I can only imagine how many kids it's going to end up traumatizing. Might want to warn Victor and Paulette about what's in store before it's too late. It's very sweet of you to think of Yumi, Mr. Arkride. What the heck? Dude, I was not expecting that at all. Mishy straight up called the kid a greedy piece of trash, and then I think he just unalived that kid. I think he really did. What in the world? Oh, did I not get... Okay, I guess I didn't get one of those. What in the world, dude? What? Alright. I kind of want to see that with like all the other party members just to see what they say. It's gotta be hilarious. Youngins won't stop yammering on about that scandal Judith Lancer found herself in. An actor's job is to act out stories, not be a paradigm of morality. Young people these days want them to be as pure as the driven snow. I can't understand it. As if that weren't bad enough, I hear there are entertainers called idols that sell themselves on that exact hogwash. How embarrassing.
Very well.
Yep, Toki, you are a little too curmudgeon-y for me. I've had a handful of chances to talk to Judith Lancer, including when she came to our theater to promote Golden Blood. Though I may not know her well, it saddens me to see her go through such a tremendous scandal. I suppose these moments come from with fame such as hers. It's becoming quite the headache for us too. People inquiring about the matter to us. I don't know why they're asking you guys, that doesn't make any sense. Kathy? A lot of grown-ups are recommending Mishy In Boots to kids. They wouldn't be saying that if they saw it for themselves. Ugh. Something happened to Judith Lancer? Why is everyone talking about her? Someone said she's making love, but I don't know what that means. Okay. I heard she does that in Golden Blood Director's Cut, so maybe that's what it is? Just don't look into it, Kathy. Just stay away. Just ignore it. No, look at who it is. Albert. Hey, Agnes? What is it? Never mind. It's nothing. Glad to see your work's going well. Stay safe out there, all right? Am I seeing things, or is this kid starting to change his tune? Yeah, he and I had a bit of a talk after our trip to Basel. You should fully understand now that I'm proud to be working with you, and that nobody's forcing me to do so. I didn't know you told him that, but still. There's always a chance something could still happen to Agnes, and he'd be ready to protect her at a moment's notice. I don't know if that talk was all that effective, Agnes. Sure it was. He just needs a little more time to accept it, that's all. He just needs to go bury himself in a shoebox or something, I don't know. Alright, let's head on down to the bookstore, which, do we know these characters? Sloth Wendell? Can't believe what everybody's saying about Judith Lancer and Maxim Lugan. That sort of gossip's right up your alley, isn't it, Sloth? You bet your rear it is. There were rumors flying around that Maxim was fooling around so much the guy had mistresses all over the place. Nobody saw him bagging Judith Lancer, though. Makes you wonder what fate has in store for such a power couple, don't it? Don't it? Sheesh, you're probably frothing at the mouth, man. Apparently it's not so credible, so all this excitement will probably die down before long. I don't know why I gave that character a slow speech, but whatever. I don't... Tabloids are selling like hotcakes here. I'm just about to run out of Buzz Rider copies. It's craziness! Though I'm feeling a little conflicted about it, given the unseemly reasons behind the increase in demand. Purchase a copy of Buzz Rider at the bookstore, the main story will advance. Oh. Well, that's right there, isn't it? Alright, let's progress the story. Once the party bought their copy of Buzz Rider, they proceeded to page through its contents outside of the bookstore. Judith Lancer and Maxim the Red Comet madly in love, it says. What? Those two? Maxim is in Maxim Lugan? He's the Z1 champion, yes? I do recall both of them being single, but is it really worth people getting so worked up about? We're talking about two big celebrities possibly getting together here. That's reason enough to work people into a frenzy. But I think it's safe to say it's what's actually in the article that's got people talking. Maxim Lugan has lovers in countless places. Word on the street is that he pays visits to these women while taking his road trips. We at Buzz Rider believe that Judith Lancer is one such mistress of his, tricked into becoming one after being fed lies by the race car driver. Okay, now I see what all the fuss is about. The source for this article seems rather unreliable. Agreed, it's hard to take this article seriously with material like this. All they've got to back their claims up is a single photo. The rest of it could absolutely be total made-up bullcrap. Which, to be fair, is pretty par for the course for magazines like that, so no surprise there. That's good to know. I can't say I'm otherwise in the habit of reading these sorts of publications often. In any case, whether those two have gotten together or not is their business. It's not our place to comment on. Yeah, I suppose you're right. If you ask me, I can't see someone like Grimcat hooking up with the likes of him. I wouldn't put it past her to have a whole harem of hot items hanging around her. Sure would be nice if fancy cars really brought that sort of attention to a guy, I'll say that much. Man? What's the matter? Sorry, got lost in my own thoughts for a sec. Let's get moving. Oh shoot, one sec.
Hello, hello! I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time.
Nah, you're good. What's up, Bermati? It's the man from earlier.
I have a little job for you. Interested?
Depends on what it is. Actually, this request comes from a regular of mine. He's in a spot of trouble, you see. He hoped he could discuss it with you personally. Would you be a dear and make it time to meet with him? You want me to what now? Come on, man. A tight schedule here. Yeah, what the hell? I do owe you one for your help in Tharbad, so I guess I can at least hear him out. I'll swing by your place in a sec. Oh, that may pose a problem. It's a matter that requires discretion, and my establishment is subject to the prying eyes of the public. I've already picked out a more secluded venue, as it so happens. Can I trouble you to drive there instead? We'll give you a call once you're on the road. In the meantime, let me send you the meeting location. Oh, this is... Good luck, my love. Hugs and kisses. Dude, Bermati's so mischievous. That man is certainly a character, isn't he? He is indeed, and he's highly capable as well. He's just as adept with handling information as he is with cocktails. Won't argue with you there. So where are we headed now? We're gonna drive along the capital's Third Belt Expressway. They chose an interesting spot to meet up. I'm pretty curious to see who our mystery client is. They've certainly gone to great lengths to conceal where they are and what they're doing. Well, anyway, I believe my training is nearly at an end. As soon as we're ready, let's make our way back to the office and pick up the car. Sounds good to me. Wait, who made you the boss? Kids these days. Perhaps we should just stop and resupply on our way to the office. Then we can head off. Well, we should probably get the other two up to speed once we get back. To add to the travel menu, choosing this will cause the main story to advance. Yeah, okay. Let's go. This is so exciting. It feels like we're in that spy movie we saw last month. You really liked that one, didn't you? I'd make fun of you for being a kid about it, but this whole thing's got my interest too. Just how do they plan to establish contact with us? My thoughts exactly. I assume it will involve the in-vehicle Seyla. I can't talk, apparently. There they are. Wait, ain't that... Oh, there's the red Comet himself. Maxim Lugan is the top Z1 race car driver? Yeah, that guy who always seems to be shooting himself in the foot. Arkride Solutions. You the guy Bramati wanted us to meet?
That's right. Maxim Lugan here. It's been a while, Spriggan.
He's hiring us?
I'd like to ask you to do a job for me. Or, 4SPG, as I believe you call him. Now, would it be a problem if we kept this conversation completely off the record?
Okay. Interesting. What are we doing? Whoa! Oh, it's just a dog. Wait, is it? It's a form of cutting-edge technology called an orbital drone. No need to be afraid. He won't bite. If you say so. Montmar, is this a bistro? Looks cozy. It is. The food served here is wonderful, too. And we're lucky enough to get to eat here all the time. It's no secret that holes in the wall like this tend to taste surprisingly good. I should blend in a lot better here than the luxury restaurants I usually frequent.
What you doing?
Somebody here?
Yes.
Got you.
Oh, it's just a child. Just what on earth was that for?
She's the granddaughter of this bistro's owner. Go easy on him, Humes. He's technically a client.
Okay. But you should still take off your glasses. They make you look weird.
That's something that's a bit of a double-edged sword with kids. They're, like, brutally honest.
Well, wasn't she a rude little thing? I wouldn't be wearing these sunglasses if I had a choice in the matter.
Don't let it get to you. You're the one who landed yourself in the situation, so you kind of did have a choice. Perhaps we should make our way up to the office before we draw a crowd. Yeah, we'll hear your story up there. I want you to help me find someone. Getting right to the point, huh? Tell us more. A woman, to be more specific. As you know, I'm single at the moment. However, there was one woman in the past I was very close to. We did break up after a while, but I later heard that she gave birth to our— Whoa, what? Huh. Buzzrider wasn't kidding about you being a piece of crap, huh? I do say that our heroes are often corrupt. I see there is some truth to that. You're getting it all wrong. Aren't we? I'm not so sure we are. At least let me explain how it all happened, please. It all began 8 years ago, back when I was 23. Z1 had just started to become a big thing, and I was a rookie racer who was struggling to make it into the big leagues. One day I was in a major accident during one of my races and was badly injured. I was rushed to the hospital, and it was there we first met. She devoted her whole being to helping me recover, and thanks to her tireless care and physical therapy, I did. It was a downright miracle. When the time came for me to be discharged from the hospital, I summoned the courage to tell her how I felt, and the two of us started dating. She's both a strong-willed and kind woman, and before I knew it, I was head over heels in love with her. After I'd begged her enough times, she agreed to live with me too. It's a little while after that I finally returned to racing. Thinking back, those were the happiest days of my life. Due in no small part to the support I got from her, I ended up winning my first post-recovery championship. Then I won the following championship, and the next one after that. Before I knew it, people were treating me like some kind of hero. Everyone wanted my attention. I was out partying one night after another. And, I'm not proud of it. But I had more than a few one-night stands with other women around that time, too. And one day, she suddenly disappeared from my life, leaving only a single note behind. It's filled with regret for my actions, but I didn't know what to say to her. So I just wallowed in self-loathing and let her go. 2 years later, I went to visit that same hospital where we first met for a regular checkup. I learned by pure chance that when she left me, She'd learned she was pregnant and also left her job. I was so shocked that I tried to get a coworker she was close with to give me a way to contact her. She wouldn't give me a drop of information, no matter what I said. Pestered her enough that she told me she'd call the guild if I didn't stay away from her. I think I'd do the same in her position too, honestly. You really are the worst. Ugh. Well, I certainly see why you can't ask the police for help with this. She chose to remove you from her life. Trying to chase her down now would likely just be seen as stalking. Yeah, if you went to the guild with this, you'd be in a bad time. So that's why, when this latest news hit, you decided to come to us. That's right. You might not believe me, but I've changed a lot since then. I do still go out partying, but I've always kept myself in check. I swear that on Edith's name. I've actually been using a lot of my free time over the past few years traveling around in hopes of finding her and our child. Make that 4 years, in fact. Wow. This is quite a lot of time. And still, even if you weren't actually dating Lancer, it sure sounds like you were happy to get to know her a bit better, if you catch my drift. She just asked me out for a meal and I accepted. Really, there wasn't anything more to it than that. We'd never interacted much before that, so I didn't have a clue why she invited me. I certainly had no intentions of crossing any lines with her. Besides, what man in my position wouldn't be at least a little tempted if such a beautiful woman made a move on him? And here comes the excuses. I'd bet Mira that if this ex of yours saw that Buzz Rider story, she'd start shaking her head.
You're right. Perhaps that should have been enough to sever the last sliver of hope remaining for me. If there was ever any hope at all. But as long as I still have a chance, please, I'm begging you. I need your help.
Well, nothing we've heard so far tells me you didn't bring this all on yourself. Not a bit of it, but I think it still qualifies as a 4 SPG based on Van's guidelines. Indeed, it's a request that can't be taken to the guild or the police while still being within reason. So what's her name? Do you have any photos of her? Sorry, I can't tell you her name just yet. I know you've seen me before, but I'm still not fully sure I can trust you. I don't want to cause any more trouble for her or our child than I already have. Not sure you should be making demands when you got nowhere else to go. Perhaps though I do understand his intent. You can never be too careful. What are we going to be... Wait, what are we going to... We just want a photograph. That would give us some options in searching. Unfortunately, I don't have any. It's part of the reason why I've been reduced to wandering around searching for them myself. It only occurred to me recently that there is one picture I took with her still in existence. I just don't have it. Before we moved in together, we went to Dirt Memorial Park on a date. While we were there, we practiced in a special event in an area of the park that's now been closed off due to monsters. The picture's in a time capsule we buried in front of the memorial tree there. I want you to come and help me dig it up. Oh, okay. Interesting. It's interesting how, like, some of the... Seems like everybody in this game has, like, a secret. You know what I mean? This really does look like a nice little bistro. The stew and the Hamburg steaks are my favorites. The food they serve with alcohol isn't half bad either. You know, it pairs perfect with baijiu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Figures you'd go right for the hard drinks. You're making me want to stop by once we're done at the park. No, I can't. I just attract attention and cause them trouble. You're worrying yourself over nothing if you ask me. You also do takeout if that's more to your liking. You can vouch for those too. Their sandwiches are always first rate.
Aw, work must be super busy for them, huh?
Wait.
Are they already off on another job?
Hang on a second.
They drove off with some weird guy with blonde hair.
You're so silly, Yume. Well, are you ready to go?
Yep! Yay! I get to go shopping with Mommy.
No. No. Maxim, don't tell me. Don't, oh, bro. If we get our hands on that photo, we might be able to use the net to really narrow things down. I'm sure Reset would know the specifics more than me. Right, we should be able to search for the woman in question using city data and license information. There are a plethora of legal avenues we can take to identify her if we look hard enough. Really now, the times have changed. Just so you know, we're not going to cross any lines that aren't meant to be crossed. Even if we do locate her, there's a chance we might not tell you. What? Why not? No, this is just an example, but it's possible she might have gotten married. In that situation, telling you her contact info might be, it'll come down to their situation and my judgment. Regardless of how things go, I'll be collecting payment. That's ridiculous! No, I suppose that makes perfect sense. I see. So she might have gotten married. What? You really thought she'd still be single? She's as wonderful as you say. I'm sure she must have a lot of admirers. Yeah, you're right. If anything, it'd make more sense for her to be married. Don't tell me I'm too late. Or just taking possibilities. Talking possibilities. Well, if that turns out to be the case, then I swear I'll give up then and there. And I will, of course, pay for your services, so please, help me. Alright, let's put together a plan. Dude, don't tell me it was Paulette and Yume. No, dude, don't. Don't tell me it's those two. Don't do it to me, Falcom. Don't do it. See, because then I'm going to hate Maxim even more. Well, if it isn't Arkride Solutions, at it again. Back on official business today. What can I say? Another day, another mirror. Basically, we need to get into the sealed off part of the park to sort something out for our client. Think you can help us out? You must mean the forest. No matter how often we clear it of monsters, they always have a way of reappearing. Closure was only ever intended to be temporary, but it's stayed like that for 5 years now. Regardless, I'm sure you guys will be fine. Go ahead and take this. Much obliged. We'll make sure to give it back on the way out. I don't believe you, Van. Very smooth, ignoring the official part of that ranger's question. This doesn't feel entirely ethical to me. Huh? I don't get it. What's the big deal? You're as underhanded as ever. Oh well, at least now we can get in and retrieve that photo. Sure, if there's anything left of it to still be found, that is. Set-off forest in question appears to be to the left. We should make our way over. Now accompanying the party. See, is it gonna be like one of those escort quests in like Sky or whatever? Or even just crossbow games too, where like that the accompanying character can die. Maybe we'll just push Maxim out in front of us and let monsters get him. Wow, this path is so pretty. Autumn leaves look beautiful. The cosmos seem to be at their peak too. Yes, it almost feels like a waste to keep it sealed off. Of course. Monsters? But there weren't any here 7 years ago. We're gonna have more than just those little ones to deal with too. What? Warning. Warning. Large enemy presence detected. Well, that doesn't sound good. That must be where the monster that rules this area is. Van, I was thinking the same thing. This might be our perfect chance. If we at least need to make sure we're ready first. What will you do, Mr. Lugan? I suspect it will be safer for you to wait here at the entrance. I can never do that. This memory means the world to me. I can't just leave it to you to recover it. Confident in my reflexes and agility, if nothing else, so please let me come with you. Works for me. I think you'll be fine. Just keep hold of this for me, would you? The shovel for digging up the capsule? Okay, sure. Use it if you gotta defend yourself, but don't be reckless. Stay behind us. Just a precaution, though. We'll leave all the monsters to us. You know, the funny thing, I'm wondering if anybody...
This place is just how I remember it. They call this area Sunstream Grove. She and I used to go on strolls here.
You know, the funny thing is, I'm wondering how many people are going to notice that throughout recording these gameplay sessions, like, just my overall look or shirt might change. I wonder if anybody's even noticing that, just because I'm trying to record in the times that, you know, I have some free time. So it'll be interesting when school starts. I might like show up and just like be like totally drained, just because of just because like it might be after work and I'm like, dude, I'm so dead.
That's how it goes. Ah, the gazebo. This is where we'd stop to have lunch.
I leveled up.
Stats upgraded.
Get up early just to fix mine, and I tell you, their lunches were the greatest in all the...
Take the stun.
Here we go again.
The help was much
He doesn't
appreciated.
stop within the next 5 seconds. I'm gonna rip his tongue out.
Aaron, I'm telling y'all, it really is seeming more and more like, it's seeming more and more like the girl that they're talking about is Paulette. I keep hoping it's not, but
Don't forget about your charge attack.
it really seems like it.
You snooze, you lose. They're down.
Then again, maybe that's just Falcom doing their thing, and they're they're just kind of messing with me here.
All you on, yes.
And it's gonna be revealed later that it's like it's
If you're going
not
to boost, then do
actually.
it now.
It's not actually Paulette.
Activating drive.
But we'll see.
Activating skill.
All right, so we're close to the objective here. You'll notice that there's pretty big jumps on different parts of this this video, and that's mainly just to kind of cut out the more boring parts where I'm just kind of like fighting enemies, grinding, those sorts of things. So,
Finally. Took us long enough.
Millennial Tree, the largest tree in Dirk Memorial Park, measuring at over 80 yards tall, is believed to have stood for more than 1,000 years. Huh. Well, this clearly looks like I'm about to fight a boss, so we're going to save here, and then I guess just hop into it and see what we got. There it is. That's the tree. I'm sure of it. That's a big tree. Is the capsule buried under that stone then? So what? Is some monument for brain-dead lovebirds? How dare you? It's under that monument, but still. What's that sound? Get back, champ. That's a bigger one than before. What is that? Lagrantula? He's hideous. Suspect there'll be a force to be reckoned with. Van, Onius. Have the Genesis right here. There's no need to hold back against it. Just wear it down some and leave the rest to me. Fine by me. Leave it to us. Should be able to make short work of this. And yeah. He's gonna get a 0 art here in just a second.
You'll pay for that.
So we need to get Van
This'll hurt.
away from
Over here.
Hardy, because they're gonna be casting. Okay, that is okay. Yeah, we need to get rid of these small guys. Alright.
If you're going to boost, I do it now.
Get them all at once. I'll get them
We'll
all at
definitely
once.
boost.
Suggest we strike now. I'll get them all at once.
Trying to get these guys in too.
Full boost. Time activating drive.
Down.
Here's our chance. I'll take care of them.
Alright.
I'll
Do
take care of them.
this, hit those three.
Petra.
We're set.
Initiating drive.
There.
Activating skill.
I'm going.
Okay, so we've got 32. Let's go ahead and have Van do Vandalize Raid and just
Brace yourself.
see what we can hit.
Give them your all. Boost gauge.
Go,
Perimeter
Petra.
unlocked.
Okay, we definitely took out some enemies there, which is good. That's what we want. Okay, he just buffed himself.
A chance.
Are whittling down the enemy, so that is what we want.
Make it count.
Let's just have them start focusing on this
Certain
guy.
arms ought to be effective. Activating drive.
Petra.
Forget it.
I really didn't do much to him. blood breath?
Oh, yes!
Activating skill.
Okay, good. Arc Feather did proc.
Chance!
Full boost.
Since he's got a crit,
Activating
Brace
skill.
yourself!
go ahead and do Vandalize Raid again.
Give them your all. Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Oh, was that it? I don't think we... Did we... I don't think we killed it, did we? Huh. How's it still moving? Get back behind us. Ben, are you ready? Yeah, I'm counting on you guys. Right, start the recording, Theo. Oh, that's right. We're going to try and test the Grendel, right? That was close. What in Hidio's name is he doing? Why are y'all just standing there? There's no way he can take much more of this. We know that. Just shut up and watch. Mr. Arkride will be just fine. We believe in him. Gods above, please keep him safe. This is it. Base space expansion confirmed. Huh. And here we are. We're inside too? Save for Mr. Lugan, it would seem. Perhaps it's like the combat links used in the Empire? Or an application of the SCLM system?
You call and I answer. What's going on?
Don't turn around, Mare. She finally shows up. She really is cute. A hologram? No, it's more like our collective unconscious is being hacked through spiritual resonance. Indeed, she appears to be an AI powerful enough to perform the vast calculations that would require. You saved us from a lot of close calls in the past. I guess this is our first chance to have a proper talk. Just what are you, Mare Bearer? Why do you have a sense of self like this?
Will you stop calling me that? Besides, you know who I am. I'm your one-of-a-kind, fantabulous hollow mare! Model MKESV-004. I'm being gracious enough to lend you a helping hand as a under the influence of the...
Is the forgotten name? Being gracious enough to lend you a helping hand as a... under the influence of the... We've seen this before in, what was it, Cold Steel 4, I think? Oh, this is really intriguing. Okay. Wait, what? There's nothing to stop us hearing what she said, but even then I just couldn't comprehend it. Indeed. We're reading about this phenomenon in the reports from Crossbell and the Empire.
This is so annoying. What's this? Are you recording what's happening here?
That's right. We'd prefer to not have to go through all this every time we want to see you. So we were hoping there was a way to recreate the process and better control the Grendel without deliberately exposing Van to danger.
I see. You humans do think of some fascinating ideas. Even if your methods are a little primitive.
Fighting words for a fun-sized pipsqueak.
You watch your mouth, redhead.
Please, this is no time for fighting. So you can do it, right? Please, Miss Mare, we need your help.
And now we've tacked on Miss? Well, whatever. Just be careful. Using it too much will cause...
Will cause what? Some weird side effect or something? Because we kind of saw it in, what was it, Chapter 2, right? Wonder if Van would eventually lose control and become something else?
As long as you're mindful of that, go ahead and decipher the recreation process from your logs later.
Right, understood.
Well then, Van. Will you bear the nightmare, or not?
I will.
His voice sounded different there.
I'll bear
Okay.
it.
What are
These
those hymns?
fragile chains guide me to this realm. where I am now made manifest. I am both the nightmare and the beast that devours it!
Okay. Grendel Alter? Looks a little more spiky.
Stay back, please!
You did it!
Van!
Alright, let's take this thing down.
I won't hold back. Cobalt curtain, activate! Mr. Solution!
Just to be really overdoing it.
A chance! Full boost. Time to go on the attack.
How's your chance to boost, Van? Take this! I'll lend a hand.
No, you don't. There. Activating skill. Here I go. Initiating drive.
Beginning casting.
Ha! Let's go down. Activating skill.
Yeah, let's see if we can get that chain effect up. And then...
How's your chance to boost, Van? Full boost!
Cool.
Don't hold back, Van!
Make it count!
Let's do... this. 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 Get that chain effect up nice and big.
Got you!
See if we can break 50 on this. Yep, there we go.
You're screwed now!
Boost gauge limiter removed!
Oh yeah, that thing's done. I think there's a trophy for getting the chain effect up to 100, if I remember correctly. Azure, okay, very cool. So does this mean Van can activate this whenever? Yeah, I'm exhausted, but I'm not hurting. Too much of a workout for the old bones, huh? Shut up. So did it work? Yeah, it looks like it recorded everything just fine. We can work on analyzing it as soon as we get back. Just what are you? We'll keep quiet about your business, so we'd sure appreciate it if you kept quiet about ours. Anyway, there's nothing in the way now, so how about we get to treasure hunting? Right, I'll get right on that. Dude, if this is Paulette... This isn't it. Not here either. Here it is, found it. Maxim and... Y'all, that looks like there's a P on the first letter. We have a corrosion-resistant alloy. No. P-O... There's Maxim's name, too. And the one below it.
I finally found it. Wow. I look so young in this picture. And there she is right with me. I could never forget her face.
That has to be... You've got to be kidding me. No, that might be Paulette.
What? What is it? Why are you all reacting like that?
What are the odds of this? Everything we've been told about the woman in question does match. Even down to Yumi's age.
Wait. You don't all happen to know Paulette, do you?
Called it. We called it, chat.
Don't just go silent on me. Say something!
Bro, How in the world did you take her for granted? Are you kidding me? Like, I don't understand.
I'm all done, Grandpa.
So Yumi is Max's kid. Dude's got some weak knees because she took him out.
All done? Well, aren't you such a good girl, Yume?
Yume. So that's her name.
Bro. Come to think of it, your eyes are the same color as hers. Would have been a better twist if she was someone else's kid.
No, it would not.
Hope we did the right thing by telling him where she lives. I have my doubts too, but it's not as though she's married. I'm not sure how we could have talked our way out of telling him after our reactions earlier. I can't believe the diva of the diner used to date this guy.
Well, sorry for not living up to your standards. I really do appreciate your help finding her, though. But where is Paulette? I don't recall seeing her earlier either.
Maybe buying extra stuff? Sounds about right at this time of day. Vio's helping her, but I'm sure she still needs to go out herself sometimes.
Oh, you'd be surprised just how much of a help that little one has been.
Paulette, how long have you been standing there?
I was just over at Brenda's store buying some extra seasonings. Oh.
Dude. This has got to be awkward.
Hey, it's, I don't really know what I'm doing.
Dude's going for it, huh?
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Bro. Crashing and burning right out of the gate.
Ah, do we have ourselves a new customer? It's nice to meet you. I'm Paulette, an employee at this bistro. So, you must be a friend of Van's?
Rest in peace. Her reaction comes as no surprise, of course.
Yeah, you could say that. Sorry. It looks like I mistook you for someone else. I suppose I should get out of your hair now. I'll wire you your mirror as soon as I get a chance.
Maxim. Sorry to burst your bubble when you're trying to play it cool, but you leaving your Lino here?
I can see you've had quite the busy day. It's almost time to close up shop for the day, but if you haven't eaten yet, you're welcome to come in for something.
Are you sure about that?
Of course. Monmar's doors are open to anyone and everyone. You're all welcome to come in too, of course. I'll go hop in the kitchen.
She has to know that's him, right? Like, dude, she's way too good for him.
This food tastes so good. And yet strangely salty.
Probably because you keep crying on it, dude.
Paulette.
Huh? What is it?
Well, nothing, but...
Hey. What you crying for, mister?
Dude. He's in for a long ride if that's anything to go by. There might be a light at the end of the tunnel for him, though. Even if he will have to keep proving his sincerity to earn it. True, but if he can, I'm sure everything will work out for the best. Alright then. It's another job well done. I bet he earns a boatload, so he better get ready to pay up. And you know, no matter how damn good a race car driver he is, I'm not so sure I want to accept him as Yume's dad. Doesn't hurt to be happy for people, Van. I might be with him here. I've only just met Paulette, but I can tell she's a lovely woman who deserves only the best. Yes, she does. She deserves better than Maxim Lugan, the guy that is like trying to pretend that he's the Red Comet when we all know the true Red Comet is Shar Aznable. Shout out to my Gundam fans out there. The regulars downstairs love her too. I've been in her debt for years myself. So I can't imagine it'll be easy for him to get back into her good graces, so I'll just sit back and watch smugly till he does. Yeah, he should suffer a little for all he's done. He's really gonna have his work cut out if he wants the old man and the kid to welcome him into their lives too. I think you all need to be a little more forgiving of others. Changing the subject, however, we certainly had some interesting developments on another front, didn't we? Did we ever? Even if it feels like the number of questions that need answering has only increased. Well, we've had dinner and still got plenty of time left before we need to call it a day. You mind getting to work, Katra? Not at all. This is our time to shine. Yeah, I think this should be enough data to narrow down the triggers for making Mare appear. If you'll give me a hand, I should be able to have the job done by tonight, even. I would be delighted to. I have a wireless network set up already, so that should help. You've been getting yourselves all set up here while I wasn't looking, huh? I think that's a good thing. We can't rely on Ren for every little thing, after all. So don't expect me to work as fast as she does. I don't think I have that in me. The infamous Kitty is extraordinarily capable as a hacker. No ordinary operator could hope to compare. All of you might as well be using some kind of magic to me. As long as they're willing to do all that work, I'm not even going to think about it. Let's leave the tech to the pros. So, do you think you'll be able to turn into the Grendel without putting yourself in mortal danger? In theory, it should be possible. It's like Anya's being in the vicinity with at least one Genesis as a mandatory condition, though. So far, you've constantly been putting yourself in serious danger just to transform and help us win. So I sincerely hope there's some way for you to transform without having to resort to that. We should be conscious of what Mare said about not relying on the Grendel too much. We'll all do what we can to support you so that you don't have to. I won't let you always shoulder most of the burden yourself. I won't either. I'm going to keep getting stronger so I can help more. I don't actually care how much danger you have to put yourself in, but I'm not down to have you always steal our thunder. As the concierge assigned to support you, I have been opposed to you exposing yourself to unnecessary risk from the start. Listen here. I'm inclined to agree. After what Mare said, I think this is something you should absolutely only use against the strongest of opponents. Fine. The more people who come work for me, the less I feel like I'm the one in charge. Do you have something else you want to say? Nope, not at all. Man, someone's whipped. Oh, by the way, we still don't have any idea why we couldn't understand some of what Mare was saying, right? Oh yeah, almost forgot about that.
I'm being gracious enough to lend you a helping hand as a under the influence of the...
Didn't they do this in Cold Steel with the Ishmaelga? What did they do this in Cold Steel for?
Just be careful. Using it too much will cause...
What is that? I heard what she was saying. It was more like our brains couldn't process it or something. That's how I would put it. It's almost as if we were listening to an audio recording and part of it was replaced by noise. Yeah, kind of creepy if we're being real here. It's like we came dangerously close to one of this world's many secrets. I'm sorry, just forget I said something so silly. I've clearly read one too many books. I don't think it was silly at all. If anything, it sounds right. I think it's a possibility we ought to keep in mind. Yeah, for sure. Maybe a client?
Oh, I got through! Phew, I was worried I didn't have the right number.
That sounds like... Ashen?
晚上好. Good evening, guys. It feels like I haven't talked to you in ages.
It has been a while. It really is. What are you calling about? Decided to give up on Sal and go after this old fart instead? Of course not. You shut up, Aaron. He hasn't been raising too much of a ruckus over an Edith, by the way, especially when it comes to women. About that. He does come home smelling like perfume sometimes. What can I say? I like getting to know people. Can we be serious for 5 minutes around here? Also, I'm 5 years younger than Sal, I'll have you know. I can't believe you know that off the top of your head. Also, sorry to ask, but I don't think we've met before. I assume she's connected to Heiwei in some manner. Oh, Aaron did mention that you have some new part-timers. I'm Ashen Lu. I'm indeed part of one of the families of Heiwei. Wait, your new part-timers are a maid and a pretty boy? Arkride Solution never settles for average, does it? Our cast is a colorful one, yeah. So what's this about? Is Sal causing trouble again? I wouldn't say that. He's as busy as always. Actually, I didn't just call you on behalf of Heiwei today. This message is from several others, too. Really? Now? Oh, message. Well, Baba had the chance to talk to a few other important people with different affiliations the other day. Apparently, the topic ended up shifting to you guys, and they agreed to do a little something special for you. You know, for all you've done for the people of Longport, Tharbad, and Basel. Consider it a special thank you gift from everyone. Hang on a minute. The important people you're talking about wouldn't happen to be...
I'm calling on behalf of Elzheim's Crown Prince Sharid, the Basel Institute of Sciences Professor Hamilton, the Kowloon Group's Fan Lu, and one other individual, whose name I will not disclose, to extend you an invitation.
Okay.
They all want you to spend 2 nights at the 5-star Hekizanro Inn in the Eastward Hot Springs paradise of Longlai.
Bro, you had to just chill and relax?
Your tickets should arrive shortly.
Dude, this is like, in Cold Steel, when we all just hung out in Michelin Wonderland. It's had that really chill, just break from everything. I thought it'd be really good. Yeah, I'm with him on this one. Yeah, you better run out. Look at that. There's no way there isn't more to this than it seems. It's true we've been real busy lately. Would be a good chance to get some R&R. Man, Longlai sure brings back some memories.
Your mindset is very different from that of others.
Oh! He trained Van.
It has long convinced you that there is no place for you in this world. And that is, from my perspective, proof positive that you still have so much to learn. For everything in this world is connected. I'm sure you will one day come to that realization yourself, with enough first-hand experience.
He always tried to pretend he was normal, but he was anything but. Should have been able to avenge him. That chance is long gone now. Still, I suppose Longlai wouldn't be a bad place to visit to pay my respects since I can't get over to his grave. My crew could use a break about now, too. Anyway, I guess I'll go wander around for a while before turning in. We're gonna be away for 3 days, so I want to make sure everything's in order before we head out. Okay, cool. So we get to patrol Edith, hang out. I'm assuming get to go see a movie or two. Right on. We'll definitely go talk to some NPCs and we'll do that. Oh, dearie me. I nod off to sleep just for a little bit and the whole day slips away. I'd best head on home now. But where is home? Nights like these are when I feel the lonely. Oh, wow. But then, oh my gosh. Okay, this took a dark turn. Little Rob from the church has been following me everywhere. Didn't even have the chance to buy groceries because she was tailing me. I don't know why I keep changing Gin's voice, but... Oh, here's Eddie. You can't eat if you don't work. If you're not going to help out with the store, then don't bother coming back home. Fine, I'll go and live my life all by myself. There. I feel like he'd flip his hair around if he had the long emo hair. No, you don't want me around anyway. What was that? This old hag can hear you. Nothing. Why is Eddie such a punk? I'm so sorry. I wish I could get him to stop causing so much trouble. He's not as destructive as he used to be, at the very least. Now, if only he'd listen to what his old lady says, I could rest easy at night. You again? Get off my back! What's your deal, dude? This is my neighborhood, too. You saying I ain't got a right to be here? It's right, and I freaking hate it. It's killing my vibe here. Oh no, I'm killing your vibe, dude. I'm killing your vibe. Oh no. The horror. Whatever will he do? Alrighty, that should pop out nicely. Just a little more over here. I'm drawing the jacket cover for Jess's new record. Wasn't sure how I'd make it work. Once I stopped overthinking things, the idea just flowed right onto the paper. It's really coming along now. I might have it done today. Nice little happy accident, huh? Raymond. Buddy, Okay. You okay? Okay. There's nothing there, but okay. We'll let him pretend. Curtis lashed out at me. He said I was a distraction. He doesn't want me to enter his room and break his concentration. I feel hurt. My poor boy. But well, his grades have markedly improved as of late. Perhaps that truly is what he needed. That said, if his grades fall again, he can bet I'll be back in there. Oh no. That annoying little buzzard. Zora drives me up the wall. This is my house. Put up with her so she can stand to put up with me. Huh. Neither Zora nor Curtis give a dang of what their breadwinner thinks. My name's Roman. Bear. Hey Paulette, you guys closing up shop for the day? We are. We had a really good day today. Lots of customers. But if you want anything, just let me know. We'll still be open for a bit longer. Right, I'll let you know. Is Yume supposed to be walking around like that? I don't know, she's kind of creeping me out right now. Like I'm waiting for like a jump scare or something. No need to say anything, man. It's okay. Thanks for looking out for me and Yume. I really appreciate it. It caught me off guard seeing him, but I don't regret it. I'm glad we got to sit down and talk. Alright, if you're sure. If he starts giving you trouble, let me know and I'll deal with him. But it doesn't look like he'll be a nuisance. I think, anyway. Not from how he was acting, at least. So maybe I don't gotta worry after all. Thank you, but I don't think you do. He's making sure to put my and Yume's feelings first. Not to pry, but do she and your old man know anything? No, not yet. I plan to talk to them soon. But it won't be an easy conversation to have with either of them, especially Yume. I'm a little worried about her. Gotcha. She might be too young for that kind of talk. That's what I'm thinking too. I might speak with my dad about it first, but I don't know how to approach it yet. I might have an idea. Well, if you two are up for it. I've said what I think needs to be said. The rest is up to her. Back to patrolling I go. So we don't get to know the idea?
This feels relaxing.
Maybe that'll come up later in the intermission. Do, sweep it up. I think I just saw that weird guy before. Where, though? Oh, yeah. There was a guy in a Tyrell Times. He looked like him. You're something else. Saw right through his disguise, didn't you? No way she'd remember what he looks like. Broke up before she was born. I don't know. Kids are pretty perceptive. They remember a lot. Let's reset. I didn't know who that was. I thought it was a customer back there. I was like, what are you doing? Went home, did he? There's no way. Is there? Not a good look he's wearing. Probably best to leave him be right now. I freed up some of my time, so I thought I might help clean the kitchen. Were you discussing something with Montmart's staff? Yeah, nothing bad though. I plan on telling everyone tomorrow. Well, I look forward to hearing the details then. Okay, so he's gonna fill us in later. Okay, that's fine. That works then. Kinda. Oh, Lashkar, how's the guild work going? You said you'd be helping out with reception and stuff. It's been great. I've been doing a lot more than I thought I would. They've been showing me how to handle requests, how to assign backup to on-site bracers. It's really cool getting to see how they all work together. Oh, and because this is their HQ in Calvard, you get to hear about what's going on across the whole country. I'm glad to hear it. I was kind of worried you'd find it boring, honestly. But yeah, you keep this up and you're going to be a whole new Lashkar when you come back to the village. You bet I am. I'm going to be the best bracer that Cray Village has ever seen. So what about you, Kinda? How's the whole gunsmith thing? Well, it certainly isn't like the smithing I've been doing. It's still very smithy, though, if that makes sense. Makes sense given Sylvie's worldview. She draws a lot of inspiration from her ancestors, too, just like me. That's cool. Alright, so Yumi just wandering around. Yeah, let's go check out some of the other places. And, Riverside. Here we go.
Taking off now.
Let's see what we've got. My name is Seyla, and I'm part of a 2-girl idol group called With You. Tonight we're scheduled to hold a street performance in the Tyrell district, but my partner Lulua has gone missing. Could you help me search for her? I'll be waiting at the table. We talked to them earlier. Let's go see what's going on at Bermati's. Can we see who's even in there? Oh, there's Dingo and Marielle.
Well, if it isn't Van.
Well, I don't know what it is. I love when you go into Bermati's and he says that. I don't know, there's something cool about it. Phew, what I'm trying to get at here isn't that, oh, she's drunk. Come on, that's enough for one day, isn't it? Don't change the subject. No, it's you, Spriggan. Van, hey dude, don't let me keep you. I don't fancy third wheeling, so how about I'll leave you two to it. No, stay. Dingo's a jerk. He just left me behind. What did he learn? Nothing. He's doing it again. So she's the loud kind of drunk. You know, if Dingo's being such a jerk, why not tell him yourself? You're mighty close to him right now. Sure did. Told him all real good. And what did he do? He just blew me off. Didn't listen to thing I should. Yeah, I just working so hard to follow the footsteps. Just wanted. Lasted longer than I expected. Yeah, she did. Sorry, that was an embarrassing way for you to find us. Don't sweat it. Not like I don't know you well enough at this point. Girl sure got some balls, though. Follows you all the way to Tharbad, gets kidnapped, and caps it off with a night of drunken complaints. It's like she's not even phased. That might be my fault. I probably shouldn't have been so soft on her after that fact. I did try to get it through to her that she needs to be more careful. Carefulness doesn't seem to have clocked in tonight from the look of it. Not at all. I'll have to try again some other time, and I definitely can't have her knowing where I'm going next time I travel. Losing a newbie like her shouldn't be that hard for you, right? Sure, it's worth it. Don't want to upset the cute little Missy by pushing her away. She's got a thing for you. I've said it before, but we're from different publications. Rather than friends, we should be rivals. Don't think that really matters much. You'd probably be rivals if you worked in the same place. Rival or not, she looks up to you. That at least should mean something to you, yeah? Finally got a lead into one of the topics I've been pursuing. You know me, all my investigations are a gray area at best. The rest, pitch black. The worst kind, and you know that. Much rather she stay far, far away from that world. Maybe it's wrong for me to make that decision for her. I don't want her to follow in my footsteps. She should walk a brighter, more honest path. For someone who denies taking her under your wing, you sure get overprotective when it comes to her. Look who's talking. You and your growing office of assistants you'd stick your neck out for. Hey, Van, if you... Nothing. You're going out on a trip with your assistants, right? Should be a good time. Take the time to enjoy yourselves. I will? That's the plan, at least. I swear, just as quick and creepy as Kitty used to be. How the hell do you know about that? That's for me to know. No, back off. I'm gonna go get into cushy with them dingoes. Not fair. Not fair. Whatever. I'll buy you a souvenir. You don't get to complain if you don't like it. I trust you to pick something good. Dingo seems like a cool dude. Dingo's sure been putting in some overtime as of late. And here I am just having to suffer seeing him spend so much time with a beautiful lady that's not me. I don't think your usual game's gonna catch his attention anytime soon. Boo, you're no fun. But I digress. Looks like you got all your work down pat for the day, eh? Sure, your assistance was more than appreciated. Arkride Solutions to the rescue. Chill, I didn't do anything other than show up. Guy's a clown, but he's at least got the balls to take responsibility. So we'll see how far that gets him. I don't quite know that I trust him or his claims of integrity just yet. I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, but I'll still keep an eye on the deer myself, so don't worry about doing all the heavy lifting. Bermati's cool, dude. Like, Bermati seems like the kind of guy that if we were, like, in trouble, he'd show up and help us out. Hey there, good to see you. Me and all the food stall owners are out for drinks today. There's a lot we've got to talk about with the Revolution Festival right around the corner. Prim will take your order while I'm here. Wait, Prim? Wait, what?
Hey there. Have a close look.
Why is Shino's bar so popular? Her chic sense of style and pinpoint attention to detail. We might be able to compete if we extend our business hours at 9 p.m. Should increase sales by at least 10%. No, maybe even higher once the new menu rolls out.
This here's the finest cuisine around.
This is wild, dude. She was first suggesting the most off-the-wall stuff for the menu. And now she's working here?
Come again now.
Okay. Alright. We'll let them do their thing, I guess. Is there any... Yeah, there's a couple things over here. Doesn't look like Juniper and them are over there, though, so they might have gone... So, whoa. Excuse you. I can catch up to your car. Look at that. I can even run faster than what you're driving right now. Yeah. Hey, you almost ran me over, bucko. Huh? What are you gonna say? Yeah. Good luck. I can be here all day. Uh-huh. You're just gonna stay right there while I check Twitter.
2 hours later.
You guys know that Game Informer closed? That's crazy. Alright, well, I guess I'll let them go. I think they sped off. Love being a nuisance. Alright, let's go to... Hang on, where's that side quest at?
Next? Objective set.
Objective set. Brother. We can go see a movie.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Let's go see a movie. I actually went and saw Deadpool and Wolverine recently. The movie was fantastic. So let's see. Yeah, let's watch Wolves Requiem. Requiem. That's just a weird word. I don't like it. We're gonna call it Wolves Reverie instead. That was Ren back there. Didn't think we noticed, but we did. Ron, a young officer of the law, is hot on the heels of a gang he once had ties to. While pursuing the case, he meets a girl named Michelle. She is freed from the clutches of the gang, but they saddled her with an insurmountable debt, with little hope of paying it off. Ron takes it upon himself to look after the girl, who begins to develop feelings for the young officer. Before she can act on it, however, the gang finds her and snatches her away once again. Fueled by the fires of rage, Ron rushes into their hideout and engages the gangsters in a gunfight. He emerges victorious by the skin of his teeth. He rescues Michelle from her captivity and the two embrace each other at last, overjoyed to have made it out alive. And it was at that moment when one of the fallen gangsters lifted his quivering hand and pulled the trigger.
Michelle, hold on.
Ron, are you all right? You're not hurt, are you?
I'm fine. See? Not a single scratch on me.
Thank goodness. I fulfilled my promise then. You remember it, right? You're always protecting everyone. So one day, I'll be the one who protects you.
Of course I remember. Save your strength, Michelle. Help will arrive at any moment. Hey, over here! I need a medic now!
Ron, your arms are so warm. When you hold me like this, my fear just melts away.
That's sad. Should you really be wandering around town at this hour? Don't you have responsibilities back on campus? Oh, whatever are you talking about? I'm out on business, really. Yeah? This your idea of patrolling the city? Yeah, I guess there's no harm in it. They're only doing these reruns at night anyway. Well, after I took the Leon d'Or? I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm not French. In Tharbad, I couldn't afford not to see it, could I? I get why it made such a stir now. Nina Fenley's acting captured my attention the whole way through. Especially while she lied in the arms of the man she loves, smiling till her final breath. You could feel the purity behind her feelings. She's a bewitching actress, and it's hard to believe how much feminine charm she can muster despite us being nearly the same age. It's even crazier to think about when you consider how subdued and wholesome she is in real life. Makes you wonder what sort of facade she'll end up putting on next, and I'll be the first in line to see her for myself. Facade. That's a good choice of words. Her ability to so convincingly put on such different personas must be why she has a reputation for being a gifted actress. But at the same time, it makes it hard to get a sense of who she really is when the cameras aren't rolling. It's almost like her identity is completely invisible looking at her from the outside. You're not the only one who thinks that. Nina herself was definitely worried about that exact thing before. I met her a couple times. At the very least, I don't get the vibe that she's a two-faced person or anything like that. That's not what you're really saying here, is it? No, that's precisely because she's not any one person deep down that she can so capably mold herself however she likes. In some ways, that makes her a pretty formidable person, whether she herself necessarily wants to be that way or not. Geniuses are all such fascinating people to analyze, wouldn't you agree? I think a ton of people would toss you in that exact same basket, you know. It looks like they're selling commemorative brochures for this movie. Yeah, totally. Always buy the brochures. I'm glad the Climber Story movie was narrated by an actual mountaineer and gave an authentic touch to that film. I've heard that some movies filmed out in the real world have staged scenes in them. I didn't get that sense from this movie, but it's a good reason why audiences need to watch with a more discerning eye. It wasn't like negative for once. In light of everything going on, I unfortunately wasn't able to offer much assistance earlier in the day. Be that as it may, I'm happy to inform you that this week's new film is Climber's Story. It's a quasi-documentary based on real-world writings, offering a unique perspective and atmosphere you won't find in other films. We're also continuing our rerun of Wolf's Requiem as well. If you still have yet to see it, then by all means please do so. I just done did. Alright, so we need to go to the Sidon district. But I'm wondering if doing this continues the story. So maybe we'll go here first and kind of run around.
We go.
Yeah, brother, check out these speakers and check out these iPhones. Oh, yeah. Those don't interest you? I got a fridge back here. You can put all your drinky drinks in there. It's been a hot minute since I last checked this place. They've got a really nice lineup today. This great sword here. What do you think of it, Lahad? It's pretty nice, yeah. You got this back alley blacksmith vibe to it. I like it. You two are way too comfortable here. I don't know how you do it. I can't stand these kinds of places. No, don't be such a spoilsport, Alvis. Bracer's responsible for all citizens now, including the ones in the gutters. You know, that's why Regina worries about you so much. You're always so high-strung on the job. I mean, what? What does Regina have to do with that? Oh, for the love of Adios, take the hint. Big, dense blockhead. Okay, how about this? You two hold a competition between yourselves. The winner gets to take Regina on a dinner date. Sounds good to me. I mean, I still don't get why you're bringing her up in this, but I'm not going to lose either way. My pride's on the line. You are alarmingly quick to agree there. Wait, why would I have dinner with her? I have a girlfriend. This is just... whatever, fine, you're on. And I'm not going to lose. I swear my honor as a B-rank bracer. Daughter of hers? Wouldn't you know it? She's in the arms dealing business. Hey, he's talking about, oh, dude, her dog Cerberus. What's her name? This guy on drugs? Joe Browning? Alright, 500 more reps today. Let's do this. Grah. Used to be a famous boxer back in the surface, but then the drugs came a-calling. Feel about as low as a guy could fall. You know something? Life here ain't so bad. This place is rotten to crap, but you can do whatever you want down here. I love it. Hell, you can leave guys half dead. Nobody cares. Seems like the kind of guy that would go up to a group of people like, and you guys want to see a dead body? That's the vibe I got from Joe Browning. I shouldn't be surprised that Ren would be down here, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, why are you down here? Hadn't considered that as a way to restore cranial nerve functions. Interesting. Very interesting. Thank you, Ren. That helped clear up the part of your thesis I had trouble parsing. An insight will come in mighty handy. Don't mention it. Just know that it's all still theory. It's up to you and your field to determine how practical it actually is. Definitely excited to see how my ideas pan out in the real world at any rate. I'll be keeping a very close eye on those tests. By all means, I'm excited to put your theory to work. Do I even want to ask what harebrained schemes you're up to? What's a kid like you doing down here at this hour, huh? Oh, if it isn't Edith's one and only Spriggan. Good evening, man. Why so concerned? I have proper permission to leave the campus at night. Everything's above board, I assure you. It's not what I meant, and you know it. You're still publishing papers, huh? Man, you're a real workaholic. You were doing that 5 years ago when we first met. So you're the infamous... Y'all know I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. Milkatan? I don't know, dude. Medicine, economics, engineering, even literature and music theory, a polymath through and through. He's been very well regarded at various conferences. I hear you even... Man, we're having a conversation here. What? Can't just... Could you not? Just stay over there, okay? Thank you. Your work has been very, very well regarded at various conferences. I hear you even managed to attain your doctorate while remaining anonymous. Wow, you do know your stuff. Normally I would deflect such scrutiny into my identity, but it seems as though the jig is up. My output isn't what it once was. I used to be a little haphazard in my youth, dabbling in anything and everything that came to mind. But now I'm so busy with the student council and my other commitments, I don't have the energy to publish as often as I used to. These days I put out a paper, every 6 months or so? Because, you know, publishing only 2 papers a year at 16 is so bog standard. I think that's a healthy pace to maintain. Your youth doesn't last forever. It wouldn't do to drown your teenage years in work. Marin, I don't want to talk to you. What? Go away.
They're all specially made. Always be careful when and how much you use.
So, Agnes tells me that you're going on something of a company retreat next week. I must say, it sounds like fun. Perhaps I'll stow away inside someone's truck and come along for a ride. You might still be pretty short, but not as much as when we first met. Don't think you'll fit into anybody's suitcases anymore. Honestly, you don't have to go to all that trouble. You're welcome to tag along if you like. We owe you big time for all your help at Basel. Got room for one more. You're in if you want it. That's sweet of you to offer. Alas, I have plenty of obligations keeping me busy next week, so I'll have to pass. That said, I hope you and your lovely assistants all get some very well-earned rest. Agnes especially. She's been a real busy bee between your work and the student council. Make sure you tweet or... You tweet? Yes, make sure you tweet. Oh my goodness.
What'll it be?
What'll it be?
Come again.
Buh. Ain't nobody knows exactly how long Blacklight's been around. You believe the people on the streets will tell you it goes back some 500 years. More likely it just popped up when people were drifting around the city after the revolution. Crap was real chaotic back then. Only one who knows for sure is probably the boss. The boss ain't someone to show up down here often, so who can say for certain? Wait, Aaron? Come on, get him! No, not like that, you idiot! Hook him! Right! I thought I recognized that head of hair. Good flight, huh? You're pretty riled up here. Good fight is right. Got a grudge match going on. The one I was yelling at, he just barely lost to this other guy last time. He lost me my money, but I'll get it back this time. I got a hunch. Come on, how about you throw some mirror in too? It's real hype. Didn't take long for him to reel you in, huh? Punk's gonna punk, I guess. Should I go talk to that idol about her friend now? I do it soon, but it doesn't have to be right now. You will no longer be able to use your free time points. You will also no longer be able to walk around the capital freely. Yeah, let's hold off on that for now. We'll go to Sidon District and then do this.
Taking off now.
Who's over here on my right? I like it. Does this kid just not go anywhere else? I was chatting with the staff over at one of the dealerships. Apparently Lino's trying to fill a Z1 entry. Who'd have thunk? They haven't been competitive for years. Not a big Lino guy myself, but more makes it is never a bad thing, especially with factory support. As a car buff, I can't wait to see what they've got. Is he just not... Wait, is Clutch still over here somewhere? Oh no, Clutch is in a different area. He's not in this one. Pink hair for Reset and green hair for Katra?
We await your next visit.
Can't imagine that looks very good, but... Actually, the pink hair doesn't look that bad. I don't feel like the green hair is going to look good for Katra, though. Yeah, not really feeling it. Oh, is that... Well, look what we have here. An inspector and a bracer shooting the stuff over drinks. Man, if even you two can be friends, the capital's in good hands. I wouldn't exactly call us friends. The guild's not the CID, but they're far from our allies. At best, we're rivals. But given how much our work overlaps, we often see each other out in the field. We respect each other as fellow public servants. So rivals we may be, but we can still share a drink or two, eh? Care to join us? Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna stretch my legs a bit more. Fair enough. Drinking with old dogs like us isn't the most attractive offer, I guess. But you know, I'm sure Elaine wouldn't mind having a drinking buddy after work. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. That reminds me, I heard you pitched in during that mess in Basel. Yeah, I heard from Albus. Sounds like you made yourself pretty busy over there. It wasn't what I was there for, but yeah, I helped out where I could. How about next time you let us know where you're headed beforehand, and we can clean up these messes you inevitably get into. Yes, because I'm totally the one causing them all. Right. I mean, in case you'd like to know, most of next week will be Arkride free here in Edith. Me and the gang are taking a little vacation. Hey, not a bad idea. I bet you could use the break. Where are you headed? Figured it'd be nice to get away from the hustle and bustle for a while, so we're headed out to Longlai for a little hot spring trip. Longlai, huh? My wife and I went there for our honeymoon. Beautiful place. I'd love to take my daughter there someday, if I could ever get time off. Oh, work to the bone, huh? Yep, and whose fault is that, do you think? Well, you picked a good time to go there. The autumn leaves are just stunning in Longlai. Since you'll be down that way, say hi to everybody for me, will you? Oh yeah, you're from around there, aren't you? Wait, okay, could you not go guessing at my background? Sorry, just your fighting form was enough of a tell. And hey, a personal favor, if you don't mind, I'd appreciate if you burn some incense for my old master while you're there. Sure. Read me like a book. Taking a trip, huh? Man, I'd love to take one with the girls myself. Oh, back in the land of the living, are you? Last we saw, you had plastered yourself to sleep. Figured I'd just drop you off at the precinct, but I, couldn't stop laughing at your face, man. You two in cahoots, perhaps? No comment. Don't go lumping us together. Ouch. Why you gotta give me the cold shoulder, man? A little trip really does sound nice. Okay, so go take one, yourself. No. What's the point in taking a trip alone? It's the perfect chance to kindle the flames of romance. You know, right? How should I know? You're really gonna push your luck and butter him up with some trip? Shouldn't just magically forget what happened. But look, we're moving on from that, okay? See, when we met up last time, she said I could come by again sometime if I wanted to. And the kid, she said, "You're such a weirdo, mister. Hey, can you stop by again? I want to talk to you some more." Yeah, of course she was nice to you. She's a freaking waitress. Yumi's reaction said it all. You are a weirdo. I know I took on your request, but man, get your head out of your butt. Basic courtesy ain't affection. I know that. I'm just trying to make amends. I mean, sure, I'd love it if they could let me back into their lives, but I gotta take that first step myself. I'll make up for all that time we should have spent together. It's my new goal in life, putting a smile on their faces. Swell. Guess that was the wake-up call he needed. You guys learned you can't just treat life like it's one big game. Sounds like you two have had your share of run-ins before. Oh, didn't he bring his car here? I saw it parked outside. Of course he did. I'll lug him over to the precinct. He can sleep it off there. Poor Maxim, who I don't really care about. Like, look, I give the guy props for being like, oh, I want to do things better, I want to make right on it, but it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, that's the thing. Paulette is one of the characters that I'm like, she should be with Van. Maxim over here. Maxim had his chance. And he threw it away. I don't know. I got a whole lot of respect for that. Well, wherever you go, Gehenna seems to follow. Hopefully this time you keep your nose out of trouble. Oh, there we go. But still, that was pretty cool. Okay, so I guess we can go do... Well, no, we have to do the side stuff first. Because it said I couldn't use my free points after I do that next one. So maybe we do save scum a little bit. And so my guess was right on the mark. Something on your mind, Inspector? What do you want? Just been looking into a spicy rumor that's been floating around. Something about a scary-looking man who's prowling the night searching for little girl toys. Hey, don't worry. I don't judge. Everyone's got at least one weird hobby or two. It's not a hobby, dang it. I ought to find the low-life scumbag who spread that rumor and cuff him. Alright, I've had my fun. There's more to the story, right? What, you trying to placate your adolescent daughter after upsetting her? Don't tell me I just hit the jackpot. Not quite. My daughter's still Sunday school age. So you couldn't be there for her birthday, huh? Yeah, just about any little kid's gonna be upset about that. You're lucky she's mature enough to not throw a tantrum over it. I don't need you to tell me that. I don't get to spend much time with her, so I promise I'd absolutely be there for her birthday. You should know better than to make promises you might not be able to keep. The only absolute in this world is that there are no absolutes. Which is ironic because that in itself is an absolute, thus defeating the whole thing. If you say there's no absolutes, you're creating an absolute, so you can no longer say that there are no absolutes. I don't know why, that phrase has always bothered me because of that. I'm gonna head to another shop. This one didn't have what I wanted. What are you trying to find anyway? Why do you want to know? So you can fling more insults my way? Because I wanted to help you find it. Figured this was a perfect opportunity to put a cop in my debt. That tone of yours is exactly what I despise. You must really want to put a smile back on your daughter's face. You're going to be roaming the streets like a bloodhound on the hunt. I'm guessing you don't want to ask the guild or your subordinates for help when they're so busy. But I got all the time in the world. Help you out of this jam for dirt cheap. Just this once. What do you say? You're as unpredictable as ever. Looking for a limited edition dress-up doll. It has a special outfit. My daughter wants it badly, but unfortunately so does everyone else. They're out of stock all over the city. Trust me, I checked. So even an inspector like you is willing to cast aside his pride for his beloved daughter. I think I might just know the place. You do? Tell me where it is now. Easy, you can't go there alone. If you do, you won't be able to get your hands on it, and you'll probably land yourself in a real mess. People there find out who you are, you'll be getting sandbagged in no time. You don't mean. I'll be having dinner with my family today for the first time in a while. Really want to hand my daughter the doll then and there. You may lead the way. I can protect myself, though. Gotcha. Are they going to go see Dwight Schrute? Starting to wonder on the way here if this was where you were taking me. Yep, blacklight. Don't be like that. I'm just taking you through a nice, dingy underground shopping center. Inspector just like any other in Edith. Look, you're not making this any better for either of us. Wipe that frown off your face already. Alright, I'll stop yucking around. This is your first rodeo, or you've been down here before. It's been over a decade. This isn't exactly my kind of place, either professionally or personally. I swear, I just can't wrap my head around it. How anyone could just choose to live down here, and how the authorities could turn a blind eye to how obviously foul it is just beyond me. That's what I'm here for, pal. You wouldn't last a minute down here by yourself. Anyway, time's a wasting. Let's talk to the locals first and see what we can figure out. Van and Inspector DeSwanee first inquired with Gabriella, the proprietress of a local drinking hole. She informed them about a new scalper who had recently arrived. The two decided to try their luck by visiting him. No, that's not Dwight Schrute. You're in luck, my good man. Got exactly what you're looking for. I just put those dolls up on display. You don't know how hard I had to work to obtain them. Those things aren't easy to come by. Probably goes without saying, if you move forward with it, this ain't going to be the most legit sale you've ever done. Just putting that out there. What you decide to do with that information's up to you. I don't need some street rat like you lecturing me about morals. Sure, I'll take one. How much do you want? Pleasure doing business with you, sir. That'll be 10,000 Mira, thank you very much. You serious? That's 10 times the MSRP. You better give me a good reason why. As I just explained to you, sir, these dolls are quite the commodity right now. I'm simply charging what the market is willing to pay. Like hell, you think you can get away with fleecing me, huh? Don't hurt me. Sorry, pal, it doesn't look like you know who this guy is, so let me fill you in. You're looking at the personal bodyguard for this district's head honcho. Want to guess how he got so strong? By setting crooks straight by force when they step out of line. I hear you're new here, so I guess nobody took the time to fill you in yet. Can't fault you for that. But now that you know who you're dealing with, you might want to reconsider cutting the man a discount. Otherwise, life's going to come at you real fast in just a couple of seconds. Okay, I give. You win. It's normal retail price plus a finder's fee to compensate for my labor. Does that sound fair? Still a snake to the bitter end. He knows what's up now, at least. What's your call, boss? Deal? Yeah, I'll take it. Fantastic, another satisfied customer you've made. So I hope this taught you a valuable lesson. Be careful how you do business down here, got it? Let me ask you one more question before I leave. What on Zemuria made you decide to come live in a place like this? What? It's a weird question to ask, but if I had to say... We don't find out. we don't need to know. Well, we got it in the end. Shame it ended up costing more than the retail price, but it beats not getting it at all. True. It would have costed me an arm and a leg were it not for your quick wit. I think we owe it to that terrifying scowl on your face. You'd never bought my story otherwise. You seriously need to work on your compliments. Anyway, you really are a strange one. I doubt anyone in the history of the Blacklight District has asked a question like that one. I was quite surprised at the answer I received. I don't even know how to live in the sun's light. When I first visited that district, I quickly realized the outside world's logic doesn't apply there. And I had that same feeling all over again. Although I understand now that thrusting our logic on its people isn't the way forward. Probably shouldn't be saying this as an enforcer of the law. I can't say I understand their way of thinking, nor can I accept it as right. I can acknowledge that there may be things in this world that are neither black nor white. And that's so. Well, it's time for this lawless ruffian to get out of your hair. Hope she likes her present. As do I. Although the relief it provides will no doubt be momentary. This isn't the first time I've made her sad, and it won't be the last time either. Huh. Pessimism is real. Did the depressing air in the Blacklight District get to you or something? Quiet you. Let me leave you with this. You can think the world is someone, but if you don't put your feelings into actions or words, they'll never know. Deep down, though, I'm sure she already knows you really care about her. You just gotta keep trying to show it. Well, I'm out. Treat me to a treat me to a canned caffee. I just can't get a read on that guy. GG. Really sorry, Daddy. I know how busy you are and I shouldn't have been so mean to you. I'm sorry too. And to show I mean it, I got you a little something special something. Van quietly left the scene as if he had never been there at all. And with his work done, he returned to his patrol.
You've got some spirit, I guess. No, I didn't say a word.
It's a bummer that I can't like do all three of these because that was actually a really cool one. I like that a lot. Don't mention it. You said you were testing some features and development for the simulator, right? Are you sure I'm the man you want for that? It sounds like it'd go way over my head. Certainly. As a matter of fact, there's something that only you can help me with. Could you please take your Zypha out for me? A Zypha? What do you want with that? The holocore system gathers a wide variety of data through the Zypha, not just biological information. This time I'd like to test location information-based shard replication functionality. Man, that was a lot of words. Perhaps it'd be faster if I just show you. Are you ready to begin? I didn't really get all that, but sure, you just need me to connect my Zypha, right? So where is this? Cray Village? Correct. Records indicate that this dataset was generated 2 months ago. This reflects the village's state upon your accepting Miss Al-Fayed's request. Really now? So you used something like geographical data to make this copy of the village? Man, your tech just keeps throwing curveballs at me. Even the villagers are going through their motions. It's like some kind of memory quartz. Due to the high information density in these settings, the fine details aren't perfectly accurate. Do pardon that. Wouldn't have noticed if you didn't point it out. This is before you tagged along, anyway. Indeed it was. I see now that this village is quite the homely place. Though we haven't implemented audio emulation quite yet, I can almost hear the ambience of this village already. Yeah, backwater through and through, and all the beauty that comes with it. That reminds me, the village is hosting their harvest festival soon. Bet they'll dress the place up nice and pretty for that. I'd be interested in participating myself someday. Now let's advance to the next memory. These Orn lanterns are gorgeous. They sure are. Looks like we're in Longport's eastern quarter now. When we came here a while back, we had to deal with Heiue and Almada. Still enjoyed seeing this place again, though. Hard not to get wrapped in all of its eastern charms. I know what you mean. The vermilion lights are quite beautiful. And the gorgeous night sky is enchanting. Not sure if I'd go that far, but yeah, the night view is pretty good. And so is the ocean view from the harbor, especially in the evening. Is it now? Then let me extract the evening data. Huh. Yeah, another curveball. You weren't exaggerating. The view from here is breathtaking. Sorry if it's a little much. Oh, it isn't at all. I could watch the gentle swing of the waves for hours. In that case, why don't you come here in person sometime? There's a mountain of delicious food, and the Eastern Theater performances alone are worth the trip. That all sounds lovely. I think I'll do that someday. Hate to put an end to this, but we have our test results now. I'll go ahead and end the simulation. We're back. Strictly speaking, we never left this room in the first place. How do you feel about this new functionality test? Good reminder of how crazy Shard Tech really is, that's for sure. Honestly, I'm even more excited to see this fully realized than I am about the combat simulation portion. Words are hard. Thankfully, we managed to record some excellent data. Things will hopefully continue to progress smoothly. I gotta say, you look pretty happy while we were doing that test. As embarrassed as I'd be to admit it, I can't claim otherwise. All I had until now were pictures and videos from other places. For a while, I thought they'd be all I'd have. I was content just imagining them. But thanks to you, Mr. Arkride, I now get to experience such places for myself. If it hadn't taken so long to join you, I might have been able to see the places we just simulated. Honestly, I'm a little jealous of the others. You've been through a hell of a lot in your life, haven't you? I don't mean to pry, but it's the impression I got after what happened last trip. That would be a fair assessment, yes. Regardless of that, I owe a great debt of gratitude toward the Marduk Company and Mr. Thorndyke by extension. I wouldn't be here helping as your concierge if it weren't for them. I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunity. That in and of itself is a great privilege and more than enough for me to feel fulfilled and satisfied. Don't gotta be so humble. We're happy to have you here too, you know. And don't forget we've got our trip to Longlai coming up too. I know it's all kind of last minute and not exactly meant for us, so we might not really have all that much time to relax. But I still hope you get to enjoy yourself while we're there. You deserve it just as much as anyone else. Thank you, Mr. Arkride. Just the opportunity to join you all is exhilarating. Whether it's the local cuisine, the beautiful vistas, or the relaxing hot springs, looking forward to it all.
I almost forgot I was on the clock for a moment there.
Yeah, that one wasn't bad. I'm still curious about Reset and learning more about her in general. It's because I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's go see what's up with Anyas. Oh, hi, Van. Fancy seeing you here. Are you doing your rounds across the city? You seem to do that a lot at night. No, not this time. I just came here to shop for some books, that's all. What brings you here? I figured you went back to your dorm after we were all finished talking. I just remembered a reference book that one of my teachers recommended to me the other day. I decided I might as well pick it up on my way back before I forgot. Gotcha. That's some dedication if you're going out of your way to pick up that kind of extracurricular material. I don't know if I'd say I'm that dedicated this time. Otherwise, I wouldn't have found myself over here looking for guidebooks on Longlai. Oh, but if you're here, does that mean you're looking for information on the kinds of sweets they have in Longlai? You know me only too well at this point. Well, since we're both here, might as well see what they got. Once Van and Anyas found the books they were looking for, they made their purchases and departed the store. Subway's probably running less frequently at this time of day, aren't they? I'd say so. At this hour, they probably Oh no, looks like they're having some sort of problem with the train cars. Yeah, I read that earlier. Sure they'll be up and running again soon. Maybe. It says they don't have an estimate for how long the inspection is going to take. Guess I'll either have to wait it out at the cafe or just walk home instead. You don't have to go all that trouble. I can just drive you back in my truck. Beats how long it takes to go on foot. I'm sure your dorm's got a curfew in place, right? You don't mind? No, it definitely helped me a lot. Thanks, Van. You're a lifesaver. What's up? Nothing much. My first time alone in a car with Van. Now I'm getting nervous. I've got to... Oh my gosh, Anies, come on. That's good, I guess. Streetlights are so pretty. I see this place all the time, but it somehow looks so different from inside a car. Right? It's part of the charm of a city at night, especially when there are barely any cars on the expressway. It rules. Coasting through nature during the daytime ain't so bad either. My dad said something like that a long time ago, actually. Huh? Really? It's your old man's verdict on cars. Well, he doesn't love them quite as much as you do, but he used to really like going on drives. He's always been so busy with work, he couldn't find time to be at home. But back then, once he was off, he would take me and my mother to all kinds of places. I treasure those memories. They're irreplaceable to me. Sounds like he's a real family man. Unlike a certain Z1 racer obsessed with the nightlife. Well, Maxim regrets his actions, so I don't want to be too hard on him. Besides, my mother was very careful to make sure I never felt lonely. She'd visit bookstores all across the city with me looking for books that I would like. And we'd try new recipes together to surprise him when he came home late. I really thought those peaceful days would continue forever. But when she passed away, it felt like everything changed. People, places, who we are, it all changes as time goes by. But even then, you find yourself concerned with who your old man is and where he stands, huh? Of course I do. I just don't know what he's thinking anymore. I don't know what I can do for him as his daughter. He feels so far away right now. I get that it's not my place to comment on someone else's family problems. No matter how far away he might feel to you now, you still love him, right? So latch onto that feeling and face him head on. The nice thing about family is that you can afford to push boundaries if you want to figure out what's going on in their head. So it's fine to be a little selfish then? More than fine. That you're here with me as a part-timer means you're already being a little selfish. And I mean that in the best way. Just keep doing what you're doing and pushing and pushing. Next thing you know, you'll have your old man by the collar. I think I'll skip the violence if that's alright with you. But thank you. I'm feeling a little more brave about this whole thing. Even if I don't know what the right answer is, I can't afford to wallow in negativity. And I'm sorry for talking about my family nonstop. Actually, what about... never mind. You don't gotta walk on eggshells around me. It's just, I don't have any stories that make for a fun time. Look at that. We've hit Auber. Make sure you don't forget anything. Oh wow, time really flew by, didn't it? Right here then? Yes, the dorms are close by, so this should be a good spot. I'm not really sure if I can put this to words. But Arkride Solutions means the world to me now. You're just as important to me as my family. I don't think I'm the only one who feels that way either. Sorry, maybe now's not the time for that. Anyway, thank you for seeing me this far. I look forward to the trip. Sure, see you later. That sure caught me off guard. Appreciate the thought. I just wish she wouldn't waste it on someone like me.
Oh, you're so mean, Van.
ATS. Oh, Van's almost maxed out. So yeah, out of all of those, I think the best two were easily Agnes's and Deswani's. You must be the idol that put in that request. Seyla, right? Nice to meet you. Oh wow, so the rumors really are true, huh? If you're here, does that mean you're willing to hear me out? Yeah. Probably best not to just stand around talking like this, though. Why don't we grab a seat and take it from there? You mentioned that you were supposed to be putting on a street performance tonight, but it sounds like your partner didn't show up when she was supposed to? Yes, that's right. Lulua didn't mention to me that she had work today, but she said she would be done after sunset, so we planned to meet up here directly once she got off her job. It was getting later and later, and she was nowhere to be seen. Once an hour passed and I still hadn't heard from her, I decided to visit her place. Makes sense to me. Sounds like a pretty reasonable thing to do. When I got there, I knocked on the door and she didn't get an answer. Or didn't get an answer. I have a key to her apartment that she lent me, so I used it to poke my head inside and found a note she left on the table. Reading that note left me so concerned, so that's when I contacted you so you could hopefully look for her. Makes sense. What was written on the note? There were only 2 things scribbled down on it. One was a name I didn't recognize, Clement, and then the other thing was part-time 1,000 mira per hour. 1,000 mira per hour? That's what we charge as our base rate at my agency. It's pretty darn good for some side hustle. Some might say even too good. Practically screams something not on the up and up if you ask me. You think so too, huh? I figured that was a distinct possibility. That name Clement, he's got himself involved in all kinds of stuff, doesn't he? I was gonna say, Clement sounds familiar. Definitely a silent Lulua is another victim of whatever he and his people are scheming. The thing about Lulua is she comes from the countryside. She's a really honest girl at heart and tends to take people at their word for better and for worse. That's why I'm really worried about her. I'm scared what she might have gotten herself into. I can understand why. At this point, you've given me everything I need to know. From what you've told me, this is definitely a job for a Spriggan. Seeing as it's so urgent and all, I'll go ahead and get to work immediately. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're able to help me. Don't mention it. Tell me a little more about Lulua. Has she been acting strange in any particular way lately? Actually, yes, now that you ask. I've been seeing her spending time with an elderly woman who looks pretty well off. When I asked her about it, she said she was escorting her as part of some volunteer work she's doing. It was news to me, the fact that she was doing anything like that. Felt really strange to me. I mean, it's nice of her to want to help and all, but I know for a fact that she really shouldn't have the time to spare for that right now. It's because we're both trying to save up our money so we can put on our dream concert. We're busy as it is just working on that. Just probably where that 1,000 mira per hour comes in. She could be earning that much from that Clement person as compensation for helping. That was my hunch too. I don't know the name of the woman that Lulu has been looking after, or else I'd be more than happy to tell you. But she did say the other day that the woman bought her clothes at Jardin Boutique in the department store by the station. Does it help you at all? Oh yeah, it's a good jumping off point for me to start looking for her. Once we're done talking, I'll make my way straight to that boutique and have a talk with her. Talk with whoever I find there. As for you, I think you should stay here for the time being. I know it's well past when you two were supposed to meet, but it's always possible that she could just be running late and still show up. Right, that is true. Okay, I'll do that. Thanks again. Welcome to Jardin, sir. How may I help you? I wanted to ask you something, actually. I suspect you're referring to Madame Daphne. She is one of our regulars. She actually happened to stop by a few days ago, accompanied by a young woman. I thought she was Madame Daphne's granddaughter, but I see I was mistaken. Two must have seemed fairly close for you to get that impression. Oh, they most certainly did. Guess you haven't seen them today? A correct assumption. I hear that Madame Daphne frequents the Erland store in the Sidon district as well as our own. Perhaps she may have visited there today instead. I hear she is on good terms with its manager, too. Erland over in the Sidon district. Okay, got it. Thanks for the info. You're quite welcome, sir. Over to Sidon I go, then. Daphne and Lulua.
Welcome to Erland, sir.
Welcome to Erland, sir. Do you know anything about Daphne and Lulua? Daphne and Lulua. Yes, they're regulars here. They dropped by early this afternoon right on time. Huh, bingo. You aware of their relationship by chance? Sure, I just met Lulua recently. Heard she volunteers for this assisted living nonprofit in her spare time. She gets assigned to help out the elderly and disabled with stuff like shopping and that sort of thing. Daphne doesn't have any relatives, so Lulua is a big help for her. Gotcha. What I heard, though, is that this Daphne lady ain't exactly hurting for money. So why'd she look for a free helper instead of a maid or something? You know, Daphne isn't sure herself. I recall she said she wanted to pay Lulua directly, actually. Lulua's told me that she gets some payment from the agency anyway, though. She's telling Daphne not to worry about it. That just really confuses me. She's a volunteer, but she gets paid for helping Daphne. It's an awfully roundabout way of doing things. It just seems like a bit of a contradiction, no? Kinda, yeah. This ain't a case of the old lady getting swindled, at least. Yeah, something's weird here. There's gotta be some reason she's getting paid in that roundabout way. So anyway, those two came by earlier, right? Any idea where they headed after that? I recall Lulua said something about showing Daphne the place where she works. I think she works at that concert hall in Riverside. Riverside Concert Hall. That'd be the blue score then. Thanks much, I owe you one. Oh, think nothing of it. Stop by again sometime, will you? Probably not. Alright, Riverside Concert, blue... Oh, that's the garage. Hey, is that... Judith?
That should get him off my tail. Wait, you?
Hey, heck of a coincidence running into you here, especially at this hour. Saw that articles of yours on BuzzRadar, by the way. Let me guess, on the run from paparazzi right now? What if I am? And to be clear, that article is... Don't worry, I can make a guess. You checking out talents and sports figures who've got ties to the Mafia, huh? Can't say I blame you. The why things aside, he has been going all around these shady spots for weird reasons. Wait, you've got detailed info on him? Look, can't exactly spill too much, but I can tell you this. You can lay off the red Comet. He's 100% clean. Trust me. At least when it comes to what you're looking into.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So what was I even doing all this for?
I got chewed out by my mom and Grammy for it too? No? Got complaints about how you're handling your other job? Other job? I have no clue what you could possibly mean.
Van, what are you doing here? And who would this woman be?
Oh no. You kidding? That's Elena Claire the Bracer. Come on, I swear it's just one thing after another. Anyway, I have to go, but don't you dare think you've beaten me. That was Judith Lancer, right? The actress. Yeah, you know her? Sort of. We just met at an event before. I imagine you'd be more familiar with her than I am. Heard you two got acquainted in Tharbad. Well enough to meet outside of work too, it would looks like. Come on, it ain't like that. Have a little faith in me. Oh yeah? Alright then. So, what are you actually doing out here in Riverside at this hour? Searching for someone, actually. Someone got dragged into working an underworld job without being aware of it. You're investigating an underworld job too. Two? Are you up to the same thing? I am, yes. One of their scam victims made a request to the Bracers. Looking for a man named Clement right now. He's likely the go-between that hired the part-timers. Clement sure gets around, huh? We're basically barking up the same tree then. That we are. I came to Riverside because we had a report that Clement had been spotted here. Do you mind if I tag along with you? Not at all. Might make things easier for us all. An idol named Lulua, huh? Definitely looks like she's an unwitting pawn of this scheme. Sure does, which honestly puts her in a whole lot of trouble. Let's check out the concert hall. Okay, let's head on over there. Do we know any of these characters? We can talk to Natalie about the topic.
Let me ask you something.
Oh, we're talking to both of them anyway. Oh, Lulua? No, she wasn't on stage today. Hey, Natalie, you got any idea where she is? Bless you! That's a lead. Did you happen to overhear what they were talking about? Kinda. Something about grabbing tea at the food stalls? I think I heard something about trying out the tacos. Tacos? Got it. Thank you for the information. Tacos, tacos. Let's go get some tacos. Excuse me, Primo. Can I get some of your Primo tacos, my guy? Wait, Primo's a girl. My lady.
Let me ask you something.
Right. It was just before dark when Lulua and the old lady stopped by my stall. I think they were meeting with some middle-aged man or something. He was waiting for him at the table. Kind of an odd group if you ask me. Middle-aged man. Might be Clement. Notice anything else out of the ordinary? Can't say I did. Couldn't hear them all the way from here. The way they were talking for a good while before the man got real worked up. It's like things got real heated, so they up and left. Went right across the river. I was wondering what came of them. Don't know anything else. Sorry. That's plenty to go on. I just thank you for all the information. This sure is starting to stink. Agreed. I wasn't expecting someone likely to be Clement to actually crop up here. We need to follow their trail, and now. Agreed. Let's see if we got any other witnesses. So we want to cross the river. Old woman. Oh, what am I going to do now? I can't believe this happened. Looks like something happened to her. This might be who we're looking for. Hey there, Granny. Got a sec? I'd like to speak to you if you have a moment. Oh, for an A-rank embracer and her assistant to show up just when I need them most. This must be the goddess's guidance at hand. You're right, yes, I'm Daphne. Thank you for confirming that. Heard Lulu was helping you as part of her volunteer work. Mind telling us what happened? Not at all. I do have something to share with you. About an hour ago, Lulu was taken away by a man called Clement. He straight up took her? Well, crap's getting urgent. To be clear, Clement was the man that introduced you to in Lulu, yeah? That's right. Until today, I wouldn't have pegged him for anything less than a kind and trustworthy man. Came tonight because he wanted to discuss something with Lulu and me. That's when he started trying to sell me some kind of medical insurance. It all sounded splendid, but I'm not naive. I know when something's too good to be true, it probably is. Good on you for not falling for that old trick. I have some experience since I do have a different insurance already. When I started asking for details, Clement couldn't answer me. Lulu must have caught on to my suspicions because she also started asking him questions. He didn't like that at all and started yelling at us, and then he dragged Lulu away. Yes, I tried to chase after her, but I lost sight of them right around here. I was afraid that if I contacted the police or the guild, they might suspect Lulu as well. I didn't know what to do. Okay, I think I've got the picture. Don't worry, the guild will do the best we can for Lulu's sake. Rest easy, you can leave the rest to us. Do you know where she might have taken them to? Ain't hard to guess if around here's where you lost sight of them. Must have gone to the Blacklight District. Undoubtedly. Need to head after her quick, but we shouldn't be too careless either. I'll be waiting by the entrance, just tell me when you're ready. Got it. Let's head on in. Choosing this will cause the main story to advance. Your free time tonight will end once you begin the rescue mission. Alright, let's go ahead and go. Ah, you stupid lady. You just had to run your mouth, didn't you? All you had to do was sit quietly next to me and nod your head like a good girl. Everything would have been just fine. But no! You just had to run your mouth. Now all that money I could have swindled is gone, all down the drain. How could you deceive a woman like Daphne? That's just horrible. If I knew that was what you were after, I never would have gone along with any of this. Newsflash, I don't give a crap. You have a job to do, and that's all that matters, you understand? You sucker people in with that sweet innocent face of yours, and then I swoop in for the kill. Figured that old hag was an easy target, but nope, she's sharper than she looks. But I've still got some tricks up my sleeve. Maybe I can pull something else on her. I've got this insurance plan. You're gonna get her to take it out for me, alright? Excuse me? Why should I? Don't even start with me. You took on this job and you accepted my payment. That means you're obligated to do the work, little lady. Your feelings can't do the job for you. So don't you run out on our deal here or you're gonna regret it, capiche? I told you, if it's the mirror you want, you can have it back. I don't care. That's not how this works. It's not about the money, it's about the deal. You can't just walk back the deal now that you've taken it, see? You're in it now, whether you like it or not. Now be a good girl and stop. Let me stop you right there. Who are you? The hell do you want? Oh no, the hero's come to save the day. I'm just shaking in my boots. Hero I ain't. I'm a Spriggan and I don't give a rat's butt about the goody two-shoes stuff. Maybe because my client told me to fetch that girl and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm asking you nicely to hand her over. Great, one of you idiots. Just what I needed. Look, buddy, you're barking up the wrong tree. This girl's with us, and she's not going anywhere. Now, if you don't get out of my face right this instant, we've got problems. You heard the boss. Scram. Oh man, what a friggin' loser. Guy really thinks he can just walk up by himself and take on all of us? Who said he was alone? Ugh. Yeah, I know that face. Elaine Claire? Oh, of all the times. Nice work, Elaine. I've got the girl. How did you... What the... Seyla? You shouldn't... Lulua, over here. Seyla. Ugh, you're not getting away, you little... Oopsie there. Forget about me already. Run, you two. We'll take care of these guys. Are you kidding me? You want some more? Looks like you guys don't know when to stay down. Put your hands up and surrender yourselves. You're only digging yourselves deeper. For the love of... Seriously? A bracer and a Spriggan ganging up on me? Oh, this blows. What are you doing? Did I say you could just lie there? Did I? Get your butts up and get them. Yeah, okay. You guys are gonna be real sorry.
I'll take you on. You're in for it now.
Can we just do an S-craft and knock him out?
Let's have some fun.
Yep.
Engaging skill.
Oh, radiant wings. Night up.
Boost gauge upgraded.
Son of a...
That was easy. Jig's up, pal. You're the only one left standing. Nah, mercy! Mercy! Please. Of course, I'm taking you to the guild. You have a lot to answer for. Your crimes here and your relationship with A. Do I make myself clear? Anything but that. So he was working for him all along. That does track, yeah. I'll let you handle the rest then. Make sure the guy pays for what he's done, and pays good. Of course. You have a good night.
That takes care of that.
Alright, there we go. Thank you both so much for your help. Yeah, we can't thank you enough. I'll admit, at first I was like, really? That's Elaine's guy? The way you two moved in perfect sync was dazzling. Honestly, I'm kind of jealous. Huh? Read the room, Lulua. Sorry, please ignore her. Come on, you. Let's go.
Finish your job already?
Ah, hey there. Sorry for going off on my own fee.
It's no biggie. I'm just glad everything got taken care of. Besides, I've got no interest in being a third wheel.
We're not... You're gonna have to go easy on her. She's more touchy than she lets on. For example, if you start moving the conversation just a little toward her age... First off, not funny. Second, I'll have you know I am still in my early 20s. Of course. My apologies, ma'am.
Don't feel bad, Elaine. I can be a little sensitive about my age too sometimes. Anyway, I'll go report to the guild for you. Have some fun, you two, okay?
I feel like Fee's hair is like extra flowy in this game. And she's something though. Not every day a Jaeger from a famous corps like Zephyr joins the guild, let alone one trained by the Purple Lightning. Shows up and immediately helped out in Tharbad. She's got a lot of room to get even better, I reckon. Agreed. At this rate, she may even surpass my records. Though sometimes a dour expression crosses her face. She must miss her friends back in Erebonia dearly. Regardless, I must admit it's been a massive help to have her around, and I think she's beginning to settle in here little by little. Once a student council president, always a student council president. You don't get to say that. I was still only vice president when you were around. Renee did things differently, so it was up to you to play the perfect prez. Remember the play we did on the last day of the festival where you... Oh, you do not get to bring that up again. That was all your fault. Hey, isn't that... It's gotta be. I wonder what they're talking about. Sucks to be famous, huh? Has its pros and cons. When I introduce myself, sometimes I can make use of my reputation. Much like how you call yourself a Spriggan. True enough.
Knowing you, I imagine you've already eaten dinner. I had enough to hold me over. But I could go for a drink. Want to come with me?
Yes. Absolutely. 100%. Don't even need to answer, Van. I'll answer for you. Because I'm the one controlling you anyway.
Dingo, why won't you just listen to me?
at the Tyrell Times.
Like I said, I'll leave the honest journalism to you. Sorry for the trouble, Bramati.
Oh, please. This is nothing. Don't you worry about a thing. Still, if you ask me, I think you're more than ready to leave the back alleys yourself. It's been 8 years, you know.
It's not a matter of how much time's passed. Besides, I feel like my current path suits me better at this point. You should be saying that to Van.
Oh my, is that him? Cheating on me with Shino? I can't say I'm not jealous, but she's been refining her craft a lot lately.
Just wait, Bramati.
Oh my.
Looks like our boy might finally be starting to move on.
I want to chase scoops together.
Here are the gimlet and grasshopper that you ordered.
Thanks. They've both got just the right amount of foam.
Your shaking technique has really improved, Shino. I'm impressed.
Thank you for saying so, but I'm still not a patch on Bramati. Well, please enjoy your drinks.
Ah, this is lovely. Still, I see you like even your cocktails sweet.
Well, not all the time. Come to think of it, I've shot back a few with Renee, but I guess this is my first time doing it with you, huh?
We were too young, remember? Although I suppose that didn't stop you at the school festival after party.
I got no idea what you're talking about.
I swear, you two are why they say boys will be boys.
Yeah, these two are cute. Considering someone has been avoiding me these past 4 years, we really haven't run into each other much. But come to think of it, we've ended up with a lot of shared acquaintances. Bramati, Shino. I suppose even that actress qualifies now. Hey, don't look at me like that. She's just a client, that's all. It's just what happens when two folks work the same city. Especially when our jobs are like two sides of the same coin. I suppose you're right. Now, what does that make Renee? Heads or tails? He's the edge of the coin, or the guy with the coin in the palm of his hand. Good point. I thought he'd made a very fitting career choice when he decided to join the Ministry of Home Affairs before graduation. I never expected he'd end up transferring to the CID when it was established and became a rival of sorts. And that's just the kind of guy he is. Like how he acts like a venerable older brother figure, even though he's only a year older than us. Incidentally, he seemed surprised when he learned I was joining the guild. Happily, he wasn't opposed either. He was like my only ally outside my circle of friends, after a certain someone disappeared. You really haven't changed at all these last 7 years. The last 15, for that matter. While we're talking about not changing, you do know it's your fault I ended up with such a sweet tooth, right? All you did was stuff a poor, impressionable van full of chocolate and macarons from your family biz all the time. Perhaps, but Renee got just as stuffed and avoided sugar addiction, so I can only think you were doomed to end up this way regardless. I really don't remember you having this much of a sweet tooth when you were younger, though. Are you sure something didn't happen after... Ooh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to rip out old scars. I got a clue what you're talking about. Still, I don't have any regrets about ending up this way. Adds a bit of fun to life. My employees always look at me funny, but if they're going to complain about me loving sweet stuff, they can give theirs to me, I say. I still have mixed feelings about your career choice. But I've been feeling a little better about it lately, seeing the sort of people you're attracting. I didn't expect you to end up with a student of Professor Hamilton working under you, though. Attracting is definitely the right word. It's like I'm a magnet for hard cases these days. I guess Rosette's technically different since she's on loan from Marduk. I'm honestly shocked at just how much you seem to trust her. Not that I have any doubts about how capable she is, given her employer. Oh, she's capable, alright. I know I can trust her. Just wish I could say the same about her bosses. Marduk. So shady you can see the shadow for Selge. You got anything on them, do you? They're as much of an enigma to us as the society is, I'm afraid. Still, you're the one who has a contract with them. Good job signing away your soul to the Selge Long's shadow. Shino, bring me an Alexander, would you? I would like a white lady, please. Certainly. I really wasn't expecting you to go and foot the bill. This guy's supposed to look suave, you won't even let him pick up the check. I was the one who invited you here, and please, that idea is so old-fashioned it's covered in moss. You're going away next weekend with your team, right? If you really want to buy someone something nice, treat them instead. Besides, I'm sure you're already aware, but being an A-rank bracer pays rather well. Jeez, rub it in some more, why don't you? You can treat next time. How does that sound? You're on. That tab will be way bigger next time anyway. Could always call Renee too. Oh, wait, I got a better idea. Let's just save that for when we go someplace really expensive. In his line of work, the guy's probably loaded by now. Oh, you. I'm going to take a cab home. You're taking the subway back, right? Yeah, no buses run this late at night. Night, Elaine. Here's to a good working relationship from here on out. It will be entirely dependent on you. Good night, Van.
Van.
Oh? What's up?
Are you really going to go on that trip?
Is she gonna miss Van? What? No, Taxi, do not block this moment. What's gotten into...
It's nothing. I hope you have a good time. Don't forget, you're a leader now. Don't get too carried away out there, okay?
That's not what you were gonna say. What was that all about? I've seen her act like that since we were kids. It's been so long since we first met in Orasian, all those years ago. She's the daughter of the biggest family in the area. Renee was the son of a government man slaving away his life far from home, and I... Sounds like she stopped talking to her family after joining the guild, though. Maybe there's some kind of problem in her personal life she's not talking about. Not like it'll make up for what happened 7 years ago, but maybe I should talk to her about it sometime. Bro, Van. Alright, you know what? Fine. Maxim can get back with Paulette. Van, you need to get with Elaine. That's how it works.
Okay, I'm gonna head out now.
Dude, Yume's so cute.
We'll be right here when you get back. Be careful now. Take good care of her for us. We're counting on you.
I know. She's in safe hands with us.
Thank you for looking after her. If she starts being selfish or making a fuss, don't be afraid to give her a talking to. We want you to have lots of fun, but we also need you to be a good girl, okay? And don't forget to brush your teeth and use the bathroom before you go to bed.
I won't.
That's cute. I don't know, Yume was coming along with us. I must have missed that part.
So, what did you want to talk about?
Well, this conversation might take a while, so I think I'll go make us some coffee first.
Wee! Vroom! This car's the bestest. Isn't it? Little kids are so easy to please. What's wrong with that? Just gotta enjoy the little things in life. Glad the inn was understanding about her coming with us. Yeah, I was hoping we wouldn't have any issues since she's so young. Sure enough, we didn't. Best inn in Longlai knows how to do right by its customers. It's considerate of you to propose that we look after her. Our guardians have much to discuss after all. Imagine they got right into it as soon as we left. Maxim may end up having a talk with Victor too. And there's no shortage of things he's got to answer for. If he wants to be a part of their family, he's got to rebuild those burned bridges brick by brick. And if he screws up, he gets himself burned, I'll point and laugh my butt off. Family. It's gonna turn into, what's his name from Fast and Furious? It's all about family. Actually, I know why he said family, so I'm not going to spoil that here, but... Oh, she's getting sleepy. Out like a light already, huh? Well, it was an early morning for her. I'm not surprised she's tired. It's almost 9 a.m. He said we would be arriving around 12:30 if I recall. Somewhere around there, yeah. Since we got Yume with us, I'm planning to make a couple pit stops along the way. Oh, I wonder who's calling. Huh. Don't recognize this number either.
Hello. Sorry for calling you so early in the morning.
Well, this is a surprise. Nina, isn't she... She's an actress we handled a job for a while ago.
Oh, I didn't expect everyone to be with you. Wait, are you on the road?
Yeah, but we're on a major one, so we can get a decent enough signal. We're actually going to be out of town for a few days. You didn't have another job for us, did you? Oh, not quite. I really don't want to impose on you either. Well, why don't you just tell us what's up? Can't guarantee we'll be able to help, but I'd still like to hear you out before saying for sure. Alright, thank you. It's about Judith, you see. We haven't been able to get in contact with her for a few days now. Really? Do you think that's because... It's gotta be because of that story getting around. That's what I was thinking too. It's completely fabricated, so I wouldn't have expected her to get worked up about it. The timing sets off a red flag. That's why I was hoping to ask you to look for her. This is Judith Lancer we're talking about, right? She's always struck me as the kind of person who'd let nothing get her down. Maybe the more someone appears to be that way, the more sensitive they are deep down. No, she's the super hard-headed lady who doesn't know when to quit. Yeah, her outfit sure doesn't know when to quit. What outfit? Oh, just ignore them. She's still missing when we get back to the capital the day after tomorrow. We'll see what we can do. Until then, I'll give some of my contacts a call and check if they've heard anything. I'll also be happy to look into what I can find on the Orbital Network. Well, that sounds like more than enough. Thank you both. I don't think you should worry about her too much, though, just since we all know that article's made up. But if we learn anything, we'll be sure to let you know as soon as we can. Seriously, though, that Kingster's tough as nails. I'm sure she's fine. You said you ran into her last weekend, didn't you, Van? Yeah? Just looking for proof that Maxim was involved in a crime. Seemed to get real down after I told her her suspicions about him couldn't be more off. Kingster? What kind of a crime? Having trouble following this conversation. That's hardly surprising. It's not that important, but hopefully we'll get the chance to fill you in at some point. Anyway, I'm gonna hit up Dingo and Bermati for starters. I'm too full to eat anymore. Whoa, those are big rocks. That's called a mountain range. I've seen photos of this one, but it's even more impressive in person. There are two in this area, the Tian Shan Mountains in the north and the Ishkal Mountains in the south. Both serve as the dividing line between central Zemuria and the east. Aren't they also known as the Solaris Mountains and the Kunlun Mountains? Yeah, that's right. People from the east call them Solaris and Kunlun. But Tian Shan and Ishkal are the officially designated names at the behest of the church. Oh, I gotcha. You probably learned about that in class. It's weird to think that my homeland is just on the other side. There's a hop, skip, and a jump away. You have to jump pretty dang high to get over that mountain, though. I might as well be in a completely different world. Huh? Yeah. That bike was super duper cool. I'd kill for a ride like that. I thought I saw the Edwis label on it. Good eye. That man was riding one of the high-end models they released in the spring. He'd be quite large to ride one of those, and he was exactly that. Indeed, he had an impressive physique for a man of his age. Why the long face, Van? What's wrong? Are you carsick or something? Nah, nothing like that. Just got a bit of trauma with guys who ride around on big bikes. Oh, and I ain't talking about Hermes. She's been a huge help. Say she's exclusive to dudes. The direwolf really did a number on your psyche, huh? Something about that dude makes me want to deck him in the face. Maybe it's the shades. That is inadvisable, Mr. Way. He's been labeled as an S-Class threat by the Marduk Company. What? You're acquainted with an S-Class threat? Your trusted clientele is atypical, to say the least. There's no way it could be him. Joke. This ain't even my hometown, and yet here I am getting all nostalgic over this. Man looks to be lost in thought. Well, he is smiling, so maybe I shouldn't worry. That's like his old, like, trainer or mentor, right? Interesting. Alright, we're in Longlai.
We're here!
Very good, we are. Which means I'm going to end the episode here. So tune in the next episode where we go further into the intermission. We check out Longlai, and I don't really know what's awaiting us, but it's Trails. And as the saying always goes on this channel, play Trails to find out. So if y'all like this video, be sure to hit the like button down below for more Trails content. Consider hitting the subscribe button. And until next time, happy Trails.